dragging and dragging. Why is this box so large? There
You're
it fucking
dragging.
is.
I'm just
Your
working
box
on
is-
websites.
Your box is large.
Trying to get my website to work.
I'm so frustrated.
Me too. I don't know. I know I don't sound like it, but
No, you sound fucking fine.
like always.
You okay there, Mark?
Kind of. Thanks for asking.
Of course.
Yo, Walker.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Even with my hair pulled back like this, I have less of a receding hairline than you.
Don't you love that being your only view?
Yeah. That nice widow's peak.
It is amazing. Just literally just right here, nothing else. It's all empty right here, man.
Sure fucking is.
I got a pretty round head, so it's no big deal if I go if I go bald.
Yeah, it looks like through Mob Crush, it looks like it wants to post to like your own personal page. I wanted to post to like the splash screen page.
What do you mean?
Like there's users and then pages, I guess is one way of looking at it.
Uh.
Like you as a Facebook user can only have 2,000 friends or something. But you can have pages, which is like a business page, for instance, which I don't think has a limit. And I want my videos to post to that, not to my personal page.
Ah.
That's the difference. Actually, that's the difference with Restream. Actually, that the dude was telling me, that's what you're paying for is the ability to do that. Actually, but I'm gonna see. Well, trying to monkey with the settings to see if it. if there's a
Gotcha,
way to
makes sense.
Cuts with it, but
I thought
It's
your
like
Splash Screen
page,
Gaming one
there
was
it
a
is.
regular page. It's not.
no, you can only have so many friends like that. Yeah, you want to create like a business page from within your personal account.
I didn't realize
There
your
you go.
Splash Screen
Oh, it's
page
right
was like
there.
that.
Hey James, what the fuck do you mean, bro?
What?
If we're using the same software, this is easy.
Did you get it to start up and everything?
Oh, I'm not gonna try to hit play yet, but all I did was link it, and then on the side is broadcast specifics. It says
Maybe
Like
it's
the
just
various
Link
because
it to
pages.
dink it.
I don't have it set up like on
Link your
Facebook side
dinker.
yet.
maybe.
I'd imagine
Yeah.
that'd be the reasoning.
The last time I
Well-
streamed to YouTube was 6 months ago. Ugh,
Oof.
The
depressing.
last time I streamed to YouTube was like last week.
So my stream this week's gonna have a little bit of a almost what you would call an ad, but not necessarily.
What's gonna have?
You'll see.
An ad.
Facts.
Hashtag ad.
It's more or less a plug.
What plug?
You know,
Got
whatever
it.
you're into.
You already know it.
All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gents.
Are we
This is
good?
the
We are live.
Pre-show.
Well, are we
I am
officially live, or are
I
we
am
live?
Gucci.
We
We are good to
introing?
go.
Are we introing, or are we just saying we're live and just going with it?
We introing or we bitroing?
Doing both.
Welcome to the Level Unlocked podcast.
Wow.
Keep going.
I've never said it before, so I had I wanted to.
Keep going.
I don't know the rest of it. I kind of zone out.
You failed.
Wow. We've only been on this for
Going off
Good
what
way to
he
start.
said. Welcome everyone to the Level Unlock podcast, episode 45.
That's what
Ladies
it
and
is.
gentlemen.
I fucking couldn't remember the number.
It's some
Episode,
episode number.
some episode number that we've done 45 weeks. I don't know. It's just it all blends in.
episode X 20XX.
Episode C.
We're getting there. Getting there almost to a year.
Lot of
Almost gonna end this year strong, guys. We're in December. We're in the the final stretch of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah, this year's not been great. Besides, like, Lady, that's about it. It's the only positive. Besides the podcast, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got a lot going on today. Got a lot of Nintendo news pretty much throughout every company. We got some Facebook specials, Call of Duty, Star Wars, the Jedi: The Fallen Order, some extra stuff you never heard of, and maybe if we get to it, some movie news. But make sure we hang around and you love and like the podcast.
Now with kids.
Yes, especially with kids that are yelling and screaming in the background. I do apologize about that. I'm trying to mute when I can.
And
So how's
no one
everyone's
can
week going?
fucking see you.
Yeah, no one can see you.
Yeah, it's your favorite
Just
ceiling
saying.
fan coming to you. live.
Coming to you
Coming
live.
to you. Live from Arizona, it's Ceiling Fan.
Yeah, and Walker's
Exactly.
forehead sometimes.
Depending when I move, you can see my
Ceiling
forehead.
Hand featuring Mr. Forehead.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, my children were taking a
alright.
bath, and my bathroom is right next to my
Yeah, gotta
gaming
be,
computer, so
Gotta be PC.
I'd rather not show
Yeah,
my
you gotta be-
children on live TV. My wife already did that.
Well, that'd be the positive idea.
That is true. But
Yeah, and imagine all the controversy you'll be in. Walker's over party.
yeah, I know, right?
Walk. Hashtag Geach is over.
My one viewers, myself. But anyways, what's up, guys? How you guys been? Black Friday weekend. Let's talk about it, shall we?
Don't fucking talk about
I
it.
want to die.
It was
Rather
exhausting
jump
for
into
me.
Traffic on I-90.
So
Get the
I-
fuck out of here.
I was worn out, exhausted, mentally drained. I can only imagine how you guys were. Barely working more than me. I
Oh,
understand
you
it.
had to stand in an
Yeah,
Alta
you-
line.
Yeah, you took a 45-minute nap.
I did. It was hard. It was a rough weekend.
Where'd you take the nap? On the fucking bench in the mall?
No, at home in the living room actually. It was a good
Oh
time.
yeah, lucky, even luckier.
I'm
No.
just kidding. But so how
it's
was your
not.
guys' week? Otherwise, obviously the hectic and craziness of Black Friday. Anything crazy happened through that? Any stories?
I can go.
Yeah, go ahead, Nate.
So this week, other than Black Friday happening, that was pretty much the most inhumane part of my week. But I
Fine, inhumane.
had this working Black Friday. It's a
Okay.
zoo.
Jesus Christ, calm
I'll
down.
take it.
I know. So the cool fun thing that happened to me was I got a little sponsorship going on.
Woo! Congrats.
Do
I
tell.
don't know fucking how, but I got reached out by this cool little gaming apparel company. They're kind of like a startup little guy. I don't know how long they've been around. I have to learn a little bit more, but they told me they would love to fucking what's the word? Essentially, they made me an affiliate of their company. It's actually on the stream. If anyone, whoever is watching, you'll be able to see it directly under Mr. Anaheim Ducks hat right in the middle. Good old James. It's sosickclothing.co.
That's pretty sick.
It is. It's so sick, honestly. Got some cool. They got some really cool shit on there, honestly. I'd definitely go check it out if you're into like gaming apparel and gaming in general. It looks a lot like some what the fuck's it called? And no, there's like no ad read or anything because like obviously like no money, but it's just kind of neat. Go check out and if you want 15% off store wide, use discount codes YFKit. They got a lot of cool shit, hoodies, t-shirts, just a bunch of stuff, bunch of stuff. But yeah,
Nice word vomit.
yeah, it looks a lot like mascot logo kind of shit. It's really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, they got like essentially it looks like gaming team stuff. It's super dope. Other than that, played some COD, hung out, went Black Friday shopping a little bit after the hecticness, and that was fun.
After the hectic.
Yeah, the hectic.
Haptic
Bro, I don't have
feedback.
fucking worder. I don't have word skills. See, fuck. I'm burnt straight out. Oh my, straight up burnt out. Fuck,
Words, man.
dude, they're hard. I've not fucked up this much in verbiage in quite a while. But yeah, that's pretty much all interesting shit that happened to me this week. Oh, something that I had thought was a little something that really made my fucking skin boil or blood, skin crawl, blood boil. What didn't make my skin crawl? Anyhow, I got really pissed off. Was what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I got into this little disagreement because she was wrong with this customer. So I was trying to sell not trying to sell, I was explaining essentially about this bundle, this PlayStation and Fortnite bundle that we have still have tons of because there was no logical reason to purchase it. It was the same price with no actual gain of a PS4 Pro, which it was a slim with a Fortnite, so it doesn't make any sense.
You got
But-
skins, man.
But Fortnite.
Here's the thing. We got into an argument, and I was like, well, honestly, you could just get like a normal, like the Pro. It's $250. It's even cheaper, and it's objectively better. And even though Fortnite's free, they're like, yeah, I know. Fortnite's free with the game bundle. And I'm like, no, Fortnite's free. No, you're wrong. Fortnite is free if you get the game bundle. That game is a $65 game. I'm like, no, it's not. That game is free. She's like, no, that game's $65. Thinking I don't know what I'm talking about. My son plays it every day. I'm like, ma'am, you got finessed by your 11-year-old for some Fortnite skins and V-Bucks. She's like,
But
eh.
how else are you gonna get the Fortnite skins? Though?
Like,
How else you gonna get those
I was
marshmallow skins in
so
the?
mad. I don't know why, but like just the way she responded continuously literally
Oh, there's
made me to
been-
the point where I was my hand was fucking visibly shaking. Like I was so pissed off.
I've had
Because
that.
like she was talking to me like I was stupid as shit.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, it's free. And she was looking at her friend because at this point I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to like her compatriot, whoever the fuck she was to her. And I was like, well, listen, Fortnite's actually free. You just go to the app store and you download it from like your console or even your phone or computer, whatever they may have. And she's like, nah, Fortnite, $65. My son plays it every day. And I'm like, you got fucking finessed by an 11-year-old.
Yeah, man.
And-
Bamboozled you, lady.
Yeah,
You
I've
gotta-
had that
you gotta
too.
start the hustle young. Gotta
get-
start.
Yeah,
it
like-
young.
Obviously.
You get chills
that
because
when
you're
talking
so
to-
angry.
Yeah.
You get chills and shit because you're so pissed off. You're
I
just
had
like,
to pop outside. Like, I
"Ugh."
couldn't- I was so pissed. I don't know why it made me so mad. Maybe it was just like all the hustle and bustle and the fucking stress of dealing with people.
Oh,
like
it's just when
that
people like
much.
call you out, like they think they know more.
Right.
Like I had back when me and Schroeder were sales in computers, they used to push a thing hard, the recovery media for your computer.
Yeah.
Like they pushed that hard. And one of the thing that we used to sell was a PC setup where it was $100. We set your computer up as well as we made the recovery media for you. Like that was like the bread and butter of the sales, and me and Schroeder started. And the guy was like, well, how long is it going to take? And I was telling him, and I was like, well, it'll probably be a couple hours. And he was like, what do you mean it's going to be a couple hours? He's like, recovery media takes like 10 minutes to make. And I was like, no, it's like it's on individual discs. There's about 8 discs. They usually say on average 30 minutes to an hour a disc. And he was like, no, it's 15 minutes total. You guys are scam artists. I was like, no, that's not it. I promise you, I've been doing this for a very long time. He's like, no, and just turned around and walked away. I was like that little thing because it's like when people like question like
Something you know
like
for
your
a
knowledge.
fact.
Like
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
I get pissed off at that shit. It's like
was- And like fucking 2 of my coworkers, I won't name them because I don't know how they feel about that, but I had walked over and because like they saw the interaction and I walked over fucking fuming, like what happened, and I explained the story. Like honestly, what you should have done, which would have been the best idea, would just look over if you saw anyone, just be like, hey, is Fortnite free? And like you would have probably had like 6 people that worked and then random customers just be like, yeah, it's free. It's a completely free game. I feel like that would have just put her down on her
Here,
fucking face
Here,
right
let
then
me
and there.
call up a ninja right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll call up
Let me get on the
Fortnite
phone.
Ninja right now.
Good old Tyler Blevins right on the phone.
Yo,
Good.
hey, Fortnite Ninja, is Fortnite free? It is. Oh, you can save money with coupon code Ninja for free V-Bucks? Wow. Click.
Wow.
Creator code? What's that? You can use the creator code. They get kickback for every sale. Yeah, okay, got it.
It was just I don't know why, but
Those little things,
When
man.
it could be like my own little toxic trait, but like whatever. But like I
do
get
the same way.
so infuriated when I know exactly what I'm talking about is absolute fact, and like there's legitimately no way to say I'm not correct on like certain things. It's just they're like, well, no, you're wrong, and I'm like,
No.
But am I
listen
though?
No,
before
I'm
I
not.
throw this 6 ounce crock pot at your dome piece.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing. It was ridiculous.
Do you
But yeah,
guys
that's my week and
Shit.
weekend, I suppose.
do you guys remember when like Walmart, I think it was somehow
Price match eBay.
well not even that like
I
like
remember that.
Walmart's website or someone's website. Maybe I don't remember what it was, but they had like a PS4 or it was like an Xbox One for like $100. I don't know if you guys ever recall hearing about that stuff.
I remember when Walmart had an Xbox One with Gears of War Ultimate Edition for like $5.
Yeah, it was something
And
like
I immediately bought 2 of them.
yeah,
And then they're like, "Oh, your order has been processed." I'm like, "Lit." And then the next day, it's like, "Oh, we canceled your order."
Yep.
I'm like, "Why?"
it was something like that where someone fucked up at corporate. A dude comes in with a screenshot of it on his phone. He was like, "I need you guys to price match this," and I was like, no. And he's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "That's not real." Yeah, it is real. I got off the website. I was like, "Yeah, I know you did, but is it the same price on the website right now?" It was like, "Well, no, they changed it from earlier, but it's still there." I was like, "Okay, then why don't you at Walmart price matching Walmart then?" They wouldn't do it. Exactly. And I won't do it either. And he was like, well,
I won't do it either.
And he was like, "Well, that's your policy. You have to price match." I was like, "No. Nowhere in our policy says I have to do what you tell me to do." And the guy looks at me, and he was like, "So you're not going to do it?" It was like a Wii. I think it was a Wii U.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Why would you want that
Yeah,
anyhow?
why would you want that? Period.
It was either it was a Wii U, and he was like, "Why? So you're not going to do it?" I was like, "No." It's like, "I'm not going to do that." And he was like, "Who do I have to talk to get this done?" I was like, "Well, I'm the only manager here, and so you're talking to the only person who can authorize this." And he was like, "So you're gonna authorize it?" I'm like, "Nope." And I was like, "Sir."
Not even
I
close.
just told you I'm not gonna authorize it.
And he looks at it. He's with his mom, and his mom's like, "Come on, honey, let's go." And the son was like, "No, not until I get this done." And I was like, "You're gonna want to listen to your mom because you're just gonna stand there and keep asking me, and I'm just gonna look at you in the face and keep telling you no." And he was just like, until he stormed out. Yeah, we actually got. It's just sometimes customers are just like, ugh.
The
It's
best.
what
Oh,
makes
I
our
had to
business,
fucking-
but
Yeah.
sometimes.
I had to make so one other thing that was interesting this week. I had to explain to somebody why getting so maybe not everyone thinks about it this way, but if you break it down, it makes a lot of sense. But why getting an Xbox One all digital is a poor choice compared to getting a Xbox One S not all digital. And they were like, well, I'll just get games and like I'll pick up a couple games while I'm here. I'm like, well, actually you won't. So here's obviously I said it a little bit nicer
Yeah.
and like a lot more professional. And I was like, well, you see,
That's your first mistake.
yeah,
It won't work.
Yeah, it's
So-
like, now you won't, Chief.
where's the disc drive? Do you realize where it says all digital?
Don't you
here's the
see
thing.
Xbox One sad?
Yeah, exactly. I fucking referenced that. But
Like, well, here, let me help you pick them out.
yeah.
Well, that one won't work. No, that one won't either.
Well, this one might actually. Well, no.
No.
But like, I had to.
Like, what do
I
you
had to
mean?
make
Why
sure
are
they
none of these games
understood.
working? You know,
Yeah.
I just told you.
I broke it down to the point where like she ended up getting the correct one for her son, but her son originally sent her up there for an all digital just because it was an Xbox and it was $150, not realizing that. I mind you, this son is 9 years old.
Mom,
So-
Xbox now.
I don't think they understand the fact
Oh.
that you're losing the ability, especially if you buy a $60 game. Because I mind you, obviously, the 9-year-old's not buying a $60 game. It's going to be the parents. That
Right.
if they don't end up liking it, you're out $60, period.
Right.
Or
What
you can.
doesn't she? What doesn't she just get a Stadia?
No.
What's the return policy there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get lambasted on Twitter or on Reddit by the by one of the like Stadia devs. That's your return policy.
Yeah. Like, I mean, theoretically, you can get a game returned if you try hard. Because you have to like completely conversate with fucking the what's it called?
BIM
Uh,
from Microsoft.
Yeah.
BIM Scrimbo.
Fim
Mm.
Scrimbo. But yeah, like she wasn't grasping it at first, and like it wasn't her fault. She probably hasn't touched like a gaming system in X amount of years, or ever for that matter, because some people just don't. But
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like, well,
my-
your 9-year-old's probably gonna lose interest in this game in about like a year or so. And I don't even know what game they were getting, or what games he plays. Probably just Fortnite, realistically.
Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft.
Yeah.
And then they would just be out for like 60 fucking bucks if they bought a real game. And I
Yeah.
was like, if you don't do this, and also when they grow up, they're probably gonna watch movies. You know what that disc drive also does? 4K Blu-ray player, or not technically a 4K, it's a Blu-ray player. Then you can upscale to 4K on the 1S, I believe, because the X is the actual 4K one.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting it, and then they came back and talked to another employee that we have there, and he was like, they responded, they talked to this one person who happens to like know a lot about Microsoft. I'm not going to say exactly what their title is, but everyone here knows who I'm talking about. And he walks over, he's like, did you tell someone that like they can't expand their storage? I'm like, that's actually exactly the opposite of what I had explained, because the storage has nothing to do with what I was talking about. You're still able to expand that. You just can't ever return a video game or get like reimbursement for that, as to where you buy one with a console, an actual console, not essentially a very large
Not AIDS.
drive, and you just won't ever be able to return anything, and then you'll be out X amount of money, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, I had a lot of interesting interactions with people this week, I will say that.
Seems like
What
it.
the fuck are you doing there, bud?
Posting on the gram of Insta.
What was that, Mark?
Seems like a pretty interesting week.
It's a pretty interesting. Oh, and for another price match thing is just like, this person did not understand that we do not price match from Sunday to Monday, period. I'm like, well, what if it goes on sale? And I'm like, well, no, I can't do that.
Go on
Like, well,
sale
after
wherever.
this, yeah. And they're like, well, what if it goes on sale when, like, even more of a sale once it's not Black Friday anymore? I'm like, well, it's not more than likely
On
going
sale
to,
on
considering this
Tuesday,
is Black
then.
Friday. But theoretically, if it did, sure. I'm like, well, if it goes on sale on like Amazon, you'll price match that, right? Like, I'm like, after Monday, they're like, no, anytime in the week. I'm like, well, see previous conversation for details, because they just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It happens. It's the joys of working
Oh,
with
it's
the
retail.
public.
I
One of my
fucking-
favorites is when like somebody tries to explain to you something and then you correct them and then they come back at you with like something that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Know you. They
Yeah,
truly know you.
Yeah, I always I
Uh,
always say it in such a manner that makes them kind of laugh a little bit, but my typical response is the combination of words that you just said make no sense to my brain.
Yeah. The only thing that genuinely like gets my goat about things is when they respond like they've been personally attacked. And I'm just
Who
like,
the
well, I'm just
fuck?
trying to help you not buy the wrong thing. And then they're like
Personally attacked.
legitimately offended.
Who the fuck south of like 60 years old said gets my goat?
Why is that?
I was wondering the same thing.
No,
I heard- that's all I
We don't
heard.
say gets my goat anymore.
He heard it but didn't know.
Again, who south of 60 years old says that anymore?
Oh man.
People
got
don't even
my
own
goat now.
goats anymore.
That saying started in 1904 in the book Sing Sing.
Oh my god.
So,
You bet your biffy, man. I don't know.
So what about you, Mark? How was your week?
nothing too bad. I went home to see the family over Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Been playing a lot of Sea of Thieves with you guys. Now I'm just working on some websites for my clients. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, we played some Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we got
Sea of
like
Steves.
After
Was it
you
2
left,
nights ago?
James. Yeah, after you left. Oh my jeez.
we got like 2 voyages pretty much, or 2 or 3 voyages, and then we did those. But then every time we went to the islands, there would be captains there.
Oh,
So we
nice.
kill them, they drop orders, and then we get their loot, and then we would just fill up our entire wheel probably for a solid hour or two.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
And the
Damn.
crazy thing is, though, every single thing was literally within like 2 clicks, if not the same exact island. We did
Yeah,
we did probably 5 voyages or 5 things on the same island. We just kept getting them. And it was for the exact same one.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright.
it was
Um,
awesome.
yeah, it was. And then we were like, "Fuck, we still have like 4 things to do." And then like one was up top towards it, and like literally a half a click past that was the Reaper's chest. We're like, "Fuck, okay, so do we do these, or do we do this one up top, do the Reaper's chest, and then right below that's an outpost?" And we're like, "Fuck it, let's just do the Reaper's chest." Do that. Of course, there's a goddamn ghost ship that wouldn't die.
Of course.
So we defeat the
As
ghost
there
ship.
usually is.
Got him.
Yeah, we defeat the ghost ship. We got that loot. We got the loot from the Reaper's chest. How much was it when it was all said and done? Like 35,000.
Holy
Yeah, somewhere
fuck.
around there.
Yeah, it's the most we've ever got. It was insane. Our whole entire bottom was full, and that was including all the shit that we did, James, too.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I feel bad for James. He got off because we did play for a little bit longer after you got off, but it was that was a very
I
large
figured.
haul. That was fun though, and it got super nerve wracking because we didn't see anybody throughout like the whole entire time. Like it's just bound to happen, or someone's gonna show up, and then we ended up seeing a
Loot
boat
everything.
at the very last minute, but they didn't come near us, so we got lucky.
Good.
I guess that's the last thing we want.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It all worked out in the end because of friendship.
Exactly.
Yeah, power of
yeah.
friendship in the heart of cards.
100%.
I guess I've been playing a lot of StarCraft and Hearthstone lately as well.
Yeah, I seen you play that.
Fucking Blizzard games. I
Have
don't
you
know.
been
They're
banned in Hong Kong yet?
not yet. I don't play too much Hearthstone. It's just one of those games that you can just like fall asleep to because you're just playing cards.
hmm
And you
That's
can play it
fair.
on like a tablet or a phone, so it's super nice having all of your decks everywhere. Even though it's like
That's
2
cool.
gigs or something like that.
Jesus, that's big for a
Um,
mobile game.
Yeah, and then StarCraft is just really fun whenever you have nothing to do and you just want to wreck some folks.
How was StarCraft?
Nothing too crazy. I'm just trying to get my style I'm trying to get as efficient as possible, for the lack of a better term. So I play Protoss mainly, and I'm just trying to get my victories down to under 16 minutes. And it seems to be working out. My last one was like 14 and a half minutes.
Nice.
Speed run.
Yeah,
Speed run strats.
I don't know. It's wild in StarCraft. Still have to learn how to
Oh,
use the
son of a
keyboard,
bitch.
not use the mouse all the time. Oh, fuck off, Nate.
I'm sorry. I dropped the phone.
How dare you?
But yeah, that's all for me for this week.
Good shit.
Oh,
What
I
about-
also built a computer. Shit.
Oh yeah, you did build a computer for Minecraft.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
made a
it's-
Minecraft server.
Wanted
Did
to
you
make
just have
a-
like parts laying around?
Yeah, I had a bunch of extra parts from
What the
whenever I
fuck?
upgraded my computer. And so I was just like, well, let's build a new one. And then I wanted to make a web server at one point for work pretty much. And as of right now, I just built it, updated it, and I was like, let's put a Minecraft server on it.
Nice.
And that's what I've been been doing in my free time.
That's awesome.
Now I'm good. Holy shit.
What about you, Jeff?
Oh, not too much. I spent I hung out with my boss. Well, he moved on to bigger and better things, but my old boss for Thanksgiving, and then the joys of retail.
Yeah.
5 to 1 on Thanksgiving Day. It was a dream.
Mhm.
But other than that, just been chilling really. Nothing really crazy new to report. I've been playing a bit of Total War Warhammer.
Yeah, you have.
That game is fun.
Yeah, shit
There's a-
ton.
Yeah, it's a good time. Plus you can mod it and stuff.
Is it multiplayer?
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I
pretty sure
believe
it
so.
is.
Nice.
Yeah, I recommend watching a couple YouTube videos on it because it's pretty in depth. Like you run around a map with a bunch of armies, and you have to like take over certain areas, and then building specific buildings. Kind of has. You guys ever play Spore?
Mhm,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The city builder idea to that. It has like that feel to it. So there's only a couple buildings you would build, but like one of them is money, one of them is like happiness for the city, one of them's growth, another one is, and then you have like a couple of them that you have to have in order to like produce certain types of troops. And then once you've collected so many troops, you take those troops into battle and fight over other areas of the map. But there's like a bunch of different types of enemy, elves versus vampires versus freaking chaos or Norska, which are like Vikings. But it's pretty fun, and it's based off the tabletop, And then actually I watched a handful of YouTube videos on just the tabletop version.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's
I've always
one
been-
if
I've
I
always-
had my own place, that's one thing I'd invest in, is a nice Warhammer army. Because I used to
It's
have one. It is
It's
expensive.
really expensive, yeah.
I used to have an awesome Vampire Counts army, and then I had it in a box. Actually, it was a briefcase, and somebody stole the whole briefcase.
Oh, no.
So yeah, me and my
fuckers.
buddy,
Yeah.
my buddy had a whole
so-
fucking like armada of just a bunch of different Warhammer shit, and we used to go to what's that place that was in that old plaza?
Gateway.
Yeah, we used to go
I
to
love
Gateway,
Gateway.
and play.
Yeah, Gateway was pretty cool.
Lots of tabletop. It was a lot of fun.
I won a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards there because I went with my friend to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I lost in the first round, and they felt bad for me, so they gave me a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a consolation
Okay, so you
prize.
didn't win.
Yeah. Walker. So we not only did we probably play Yu-Gi-Oh against each other at Toys R Us, but we probably also played Yu-Gi-Oh at Gateway as well.
Probably that Pokemon. We didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they gave me one because they felt bad for me. They're like, here you go, like for the. It's like I don't even know what they even called it. But it was pretty much a consolation prize. This pack goes to Jeremy. Like, cool. I feel special. I just sat there the whole entire time doing nothing.
For the award for Mr. Irrelevant.
Pretty much. So that was fun. So how about you, James? How was your week?
I've been cheating on Claude. I hate to
Yeah.
admit it,
No.
but I've been cheating on Claude.
With the couple
I-
games you have been.
I've been playing Pokemon Shield.
How's
That
that?
game's that game's good. So I had the hardest time picking the starter. This was probably the hardest decision of my life because I love and cherish every single one of those starters. I would take a bullet for any of the starters. So if you have you guys seen the starters?
No, and I seen you post something about it though. Aren't they just regular your basic fire, water, like?
Yeah, but hold on. Pokemon. I'm gonna throw this on my stream. Sword and Shield
Starters.
starters.
So what's your overall opinion on the game so far? You like it?
Oh, it's great. I think streaming it was probably the best decision because there they are. There they
I
are.
see him. I got him
They're
pulled up on
those
mine.
adorable motherfuckers. I picked
So-
Scorn Bunny. Ah, God, it's so bright.
I ask because I've actually heard a lot of negativity towards the games
Yeah, a lot
due to the
of people are
fact that apparently they're
butthurt.
not ported correctly, or they don't feel ported correctly, and like you can't get a bunch of shit.
Yeah, no, they're just
Like elitists, you think?
yeah, they are. Well, and then also like I can see that if you were, if you've been playing the games for, forever.
Right.
If you've been playing since Gen 1, I went from Gen 2 to Gen 3 and then just fell off the face of the earth
Yeah.
when it comes to that. By the way, mine is Scorn Bunny. I gotta represent the little rascal who has the tape over his nose.
I don't
That's
understand.
fucking-
So why are people mad at this game? It's not. I don't know.
So it's a few things. One, a lot of people are like, oh, they don't have all the Pokemon in it. You cannot have every Pokemon in that game.
Is there any game where
Uh,
every Pokemon's in it?
You can, through trading. You can, and then through like the post game stuff, you can have every single Pokemon in. I think it's like what, Black, like the last of the DS games. So
Like-
what, Black 2 and White 2?
I was gonna say I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
as
if
of
there
right
was
now,
one.
there's 807.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's a
didn't
lot of
think there was a
Pokemon.
game that had every single Pokemon because there was way too many.
Yeah, not in the game itself, but through trading and stuff from the other games.
Gotcha.
You can get every single Pokemon. All at the time of like 700 and some. But there's a lot of people that are upset about that. They can't continue on. They don't have a living Pokemon, Pokédex, as it's called, where it just gradually grows and grows and grows throughout each game. They just import them throughout each game. So a lot of people are upset about that, which is rightfully so. Like I can understand that. But at the same time, I feel like this game is a reset for the series. It's starting fresh, new group of people coming into it. And then maybe down the line, we'll see some stuff where they, might eventually be able to have all the Pokemon in it.
So
That's the main gripe.
something I saw, I haven't seen anything yet, I guess I would say, but something that gives me like a little bit of like worrisome about the game is this is like the first time a Pokemon has legitimately had a weapon in its mouth. Do you think that's going to cause any sort of like it's a
Well,
legitimate weapon? Like, I mean, do you think people would end up causing a ruckus about that? Do you think
No.
that's like a possibility?
no, not at all.
No. Okay.
No, not at all.
They
No,
know
because
it's good for 'em.
Pokemon's stupid. Pokemon's stupid. It's great. I love it. They have a fucking ice cream cone Pokemon.
Right.
A legitimate ice cream cone. They have a fucking, trash.
Man's
Pokemon.
wields a sword though.
Cubone wears its dead mother's skull.
Yeah, but
It's
like
true.
you don't really know that unless you look into the Cubone.
Hypno lures kids into a dark alley and consumes them.
Facts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got him.
So, like, I'm sure the people who would be upset about a Pokemon, a doggo with a Swordo in his mouth, wouldn't, they don't know about that other stuff.
I'm
That's
pretty
fair.
upset.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how upset are you?
69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Chill, bro.
Yeah.
Pokemon, it's gotten me back into the series, and one of the really cool things that I like about it is that it has. Okay, so who here has played Destiny? Raise your
I've
hand.
watched people play it.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are familiar with the what's it called? Like that hub world in
Yeah, I
the
forget what
game.
it's called.
Yeah, I forget what it's called too. I don't play that trash. But they essentially have that in this game too, called the Wild. So in between certain areas, certain big cities, it's not a route like in the other games. This is called a wild area, where it's just this huge, wide open map where there's a bunch of Pokemon running around, and you can go fight them, capture them, all that kind of stuff. But throughout that, you're seeing other trainers roam around, other actual players. So you can team up with them to take on these things called these raids, where you fight other Pokemon, stronger Pokemon, and once you get high enough level, you get to fight like like Gigamax or Gigantamax versions of them, where it's an actual fucking raid from like an MMO.
Nice.
So that's one of the coolest things to add like a little bit of life into the series. I really like all the Pokemon. All the new Pokemon are absolutely adorable. Wooloo is one of my favorites. I would
Woo-woo.
take a bullet for both Scorn Bunny and Wooloo. Yeah, Pokemon's great. Also been playing. Well, we played Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, we did.
Oh,
I forgot about
yeah.
that.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
we-
good time.
We played some Tabletop Simulator. One of these days, one of us will end up streaming it. Maybe. I found out my computer really cannot do that in 4K.
Yeah, it
It
was a
really
trial
doesn't
that
like it.
first one though. It was just a trial to see if it worked.
Oh yeah, and boy does it work.
It does.
I remember me, Mark, and Nate playing it when we got it, and can we just say now that Nate's not here, that fucking game of Sorry wasn't great.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. I don't think I ever played Sorry before, but man, do I not want to play Sorry anymore, like ever again in my life. I'm completely content if I never play Sorry again in my life.
Sorry.
It's gotta be hard playing Uno being colorblind, man. That can't be easy.
And yet he's always the one.
Who
So
wants to play
Nate's
it?
Trying to get
always
us
the
to
one
play
that's
it.
like, let's play Uno. Let's play Uno.
Yeah, when the PlayStation, when it was Nate, James, Miller, and me.
Yeah.
Probably feels really good when he gets it right, you know?
Oh yeah.
We kept
I
having to
did
go. Me and Mark kept having to go. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's what sorry is. I couldn't remember. Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm singing a
Yeah,
trouble.
it's a game that. Yeah, I didn't. Who was it that did I flip the table that time, Mark? At the end of Sorry, I think so because I was like, "Fuck this game."
First tabletop game specifically. First multiplayer game specifically designed to troll.
Yeah,
It's true.
it is. I hate it.
Back
I
in the
hate it
day,
so
man, there's a lot of those games were they're trolly before the internet came out. Good
Yeah. Well, I mean,
good old
that
days.
probably came out back during like the Great Depression, and what a better way to get rid of a few kids?
old.
You know? Play a little bit of Sorry, a little Monopoly. I'm sure one person's gonna get stabbed or shot.
Oh heck yeah, man! Back then, definitely.
Heck yeah, man.
Stabbed, bullets were expensive.
Oh man, we should. Oh yeah, it's true. Oh man, we should play Monopoly sometime. Do like a 9-hour stream.
Well, there
Fallout
was
Monopoly.
Mark
Oh,
had,
Ultimate Monopoly.
yeah, he had Ultimate Monopoly with 3 different layers.
Yeah, it was wild. Who played that?
Yeah, you had the base layer,
So
and if you landed on the railroad, you either move up or you move down to the other.
that's way too complex.
Yeah, you either moved up to the inner circle or you moved down to the outer circle. Yeah, there was 3 layers.
It was like Monopoly Big O style.
Yeah, there was a Fallout one too. That was kind of cool. They had that one too. Fallout Monopoly.
Is there a hentai one?
I'm sure there is.
Oh,
Sure there
probably.
is, too.
Guarantee it.
Mark's
Guarantee it.
checking.
But yeah, so I played a little bit of that, played COD like usual.
You guys still liking that game?
Yeah, it's still fun. I paid $60 fucking for that piece of shit.
Yeah, it crashed 5 times on me before I could get it to work.
My PS4 firmware crashed while playing it. Like the software didn't, but the PlayStation operating system crashed.
I was like, no.
I'm like, why can't I move? Why can't my controller do anything? And then it just crashes, and it's
Hit
like,
blue
oh,
screen.
Yeah.
Hit blue
Pretty
screen
much.
in PlayStation.
pretty much.
Yeah, there's a bunch
And
of people
then-
still play it though. We actually got some news for it too.
Yeah, we do.
Season 1.
Yeah, we do. I also got back into the Outer Worlds, and the more I play the Outer Worlds, the less I enjoy it.
It's
It
promising.
gets way too repetitive.
It does. Like they blew their load on like the first 2 planets, especially when it comes to the writing, because the writing is extremely witty and interesting and cool on the first 2, and then it just slowly descends to like where I'm at, and it
Yeah.
just takes a 90-degree turn downward. And at this point, it's like I'm not even interested anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Bag myself.
But I'm at the point where it's like I've already invested this much time into it. I've already invested like what 13, 14 hours into the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep fucking going. I am locked in. Because if I do that, I'm not gonna get the return on my investment.
Uh-huh.
my time investment.
Facts.
So instead of playing, like fucking Death Stranding, or popping in The Sims 4 again, dicking around on that, no, I'm suffering through The Outer Worlds. Game's good though. Game's good.
It's a fun time.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fun for the first like 5 hours.
That's
Mhm.
fine.
Best goddamn Fallout game I've ever played. So Walker, how was your week?
Good. The stream brought to you by Peanuts.
Buy
Sorry.
these nuts.
It's our first
Right,
sponsor.
tease nuts.
Blah, blah, blah.
This stream not sponsored by Red Bull. I just want to shout out Red Bull for giving me energy.
And Bud Light.
Yes, I have a flooded coffee pot. I'm jealous of your energy drink.
Didn't do really anything special. It was a long weekend. Exhausting. Exhausted myself through not working. The finer things in life.
Quick, say Nate's a bitch.
Nate's a bitch.
Nate's a
What?
bitch.
What a fuck.
What?
Yeah, sorry, Nate.
That
what's
actually
that?
made me think of something. I didn't have.
Oh, Jesus
have
Christ!
still.
I made a mistake.
Wow.
Look what you did.
No, this is a real quick story.
Who
So,
would've guessed?
Warp Tour about 2 to 3 years ago, I believe. It was. I think it might have been 2 or 3. But so eventually got to the James, motherfucker. But no, real fast. So
I really
I
will be back.
ended up. Oh,
I got my headset on though. I got my head
was
on.
leaving. But no,
All right,
fucking.
well, I'm about to head out.
I'm gonna head out. No, but about 2 to 3 years ago, we were at Warp Tour and we were all standing in line before shows open and everything. There were a couple hundred people, in our specific area, probably a couple thousand total. But in our
Oh, I
general
think I know
area, we
the
had about
story.
200 to 500 people ended up screaming because my buddy got it, and then we just looked around and got a bunch of other people, and he convinced everyone to start screaming, "Nate's a bitch." And we ended up having roughly 200 some odd people screaming, "Nate's a bitch, Nate's a bitch." And I'm like, yo, fuck it, Nate's a bitch. All publicity is good publicity. Let's fucking go. And everyone just started uproaring. And I mind you, this was right after we had just started getting everyone to sing Rockstar too. It was a great time. But yeah, that's
Like
just my little
the
story.
Nickelback song?
All Star.
Oh, All Star. Okay, I thought you said Rockstar. I was like,
No.
that Nickel.
No, yeah,
I'm
we
surprised you
got
didn't
people to
get
sing
killed.
Black Parade and All Star that day. It was fun.
Heck yeah, man.
Hey, now you're an All Star.
Get your game on.
on.
Go play. So,
Um,
Walker, since you're no
so much
longer
fucking better.
interrupted,
Sorry. Yeah.
I wasn't going on my week or anything. It was extremely eventful. No, I went to a light festival yesterday. That was pretty cool. Basically, it's
how cold was it?
it's 54 degrees. Very cold.
Yeah, it's like 39 right now.
Yeah, it was freezing. That was kind of cool. It's basically a bunch of different cars and things decked out on Christmas lights. They do a parade. Probably about 15,000 people there.
Holy shit!
It was insane how filled the sidewalks and streets were. So you know how in most parades that there's just usually one line and like no one sits behind people because they want to get the candy and everything? No. There was the people in the front, then it was layered 5 to 6 levels deep all around the whole entire block.
Damn, squad rules deep.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty
Well, yeah,
wild.
when you have that many people.
So, but that was pretty much about it. But yeah, that's all I got.
Wow, great week.
Yeah, no, it was pretty boring, uneventful at all.
Invigorating.
I go into it. James, you said really quick. I did find a list before we get into the news of the top greatest Pokemon games of all time.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm
Number
interested about this as well.
number
Let's
8,
fucking do it.
Pokemon White and Black, Pokemon White and Black 2. They combine those into one.
Yeah, because it's all like one continuous story. I hear the post game is fantastic in those games.
Number 7, Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
Oh,
I
easy
didn't
there.
care. I didn't care for them.
Diamond was my favorite.
Uh,
Dialga's a beast.
Number 6,
Yeah,
X
try
and
playing
Y.
with TCG. Didn't play those ones.
Yeah,
I didn't play
X
those
and
ones
Y.
either. Number 5, Ultimate Sun and Moon.
Or us. I didn't. I played regular Sun and Moon.
Or ass.
Yeah, or ass.
Number 4, Sword and Shield.
Oh no, that's Ruby and Sapphire.
How did we get to 4 already?
Yeah.
Ripping through it.
Yeah, 5, Ultimate Sun and Moon. 4, it's only top 8.
I thought you said top 10.
No, top 8.
Has there even been 8 Pokemon
Let him
games,
do
like,
his
mainly?
list, gentlemen.
Pokemon number 4, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Number 3, Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
I
Look,
put
those-
probably 200 hours into Sapphire.
I had Ruby.
You would.
I would. I had the red one. I had to.
Sapphire was
Number
actually
2,
better.
Pokemon Blue, Red, and Yellow.
Oh yeah, Gold and Silver and Crystal.
And number 1 is indeed Gold, Silver, and Crystal, which I had all 3 of those.
So, okay, I think the main reason why people love Gold and Silver so much, well, 1, it's a great game. But 2, after you beat it, Satoru Iwata, the absolute fucking mad lad, was able to put all of the Kanto region in that game.
Yeah, no, so
somehow.
that was awesome. You literally can play the first generation all over again.
Uh-huh.
I love those
Fucking
games.
mad lad.
He is
Second
an
set.
absolute mad lad. He did that all by himself. Like, no one at Game Freak knew.
That's awesome.
No one there knew. He was just like, I'm just gonna fucking do it. I don't care. I'm doing it in my free time. Give me the IV drip, damn it.
You
I'ma do it.
And
talked
then
about red and green, right?
Yeah, that was
red,
number
blue,
2.
and yellow. But green, yes, technically is in there.
Well, yeah,
So-
green was Japan only.
That's true. And just because it's something that interests the fuck out of me, and I'm actually curious to what James would think about this because I know he's super Japan culture. Opinion on the whole Lavender Town thing.
Eh,
No, you don't think that like anything actually ended up happening from that?
nah.
People actually killed themselves though.
Well, people kill themselves in Japan all the time.
Well,
They
yeah,
have a
but
suicide
like,
forest. Hashtag Logan
suppo-
Paul.
Yeah.
Hashtag low gang.
anyhow,
Submit Sudoku.
just like
Commit
Seven.
Sudoku. Sorry.
you don't think there's anything behind like the whole
Sudoku.
frequency of the game and the music in Sapphire? I mean, not Sapphire, but Lavender Town.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
I thought they debunked it.
I'm sure
Uh,
there's some
no.
people that got
Yeah.
triggered by it. Like, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people that played the game.
Oh, yeah.
Chances are somebody out there was like, you know what? I'm depressed already, and this is just pushing me right over the edge.
Oh, I
I'm
guarantee
gonna
it.
do some.
But I feel like there's
So-
something there could be something behind like the fact of like the frequency of the game and like apparently subliminal things throughout like the music and whatnot ended up causing some ruckus to happen.
I mean,
I feel like it's
felt bad that
possible.
I mean, I felt bad that, you killed Gary's, Raticade.
Yeah, it's true.
You straight kill it.
Yeah, dude.
Second part of this list was the best Pokemon spin-off games. Number 8, Pokemon Pinball.
Okay.
Pokemon Puzzle Legend. Pokemon Puzzle League, sorry,
Yeah, Puzzle League.
which is like a Tetris.
Yep.
Number 6, Pokemon Let's Go.
It's actually more
Eh.
Puyo Puyo, but okay.
Number 5, Pokemon Go.
Go to the Pulse.
Number 4, Pokemon Trading Card Game,
Oh, yeah.
I like that game.
That's how I
Number
learned how to play Pokemon.
3, I never heard of this one, but Pokemon Conquest.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Conquest. I need to play that. So, Pokemon Conquest, you take Pokemon and take feudal Japan. Like, legit, one of the characters is Nobunaga, the Emperor of Japan back in, like, what, the 1400s or something like that.
And it says it's like the game is challenging like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy
Mhm.
Tactics.
Yeah, it's a strategic RPG.
Nice.
It's
Num-
weird.
Number 2, which was one of my favorites, Pokemon Stadium.
Mhm.
And then number 1, which I thought was an amazing game, Pokemon Snap.
Oh, Pokemon Snap's great.
Fucking love that game. I wish you could emulate it, but it's. Oh,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah, you can.
It's so
Can?
futuristic.
Project 64.
What? They did it?
Yeah.
I haven't
Pretty
tried
much
it. since-
pretty much every N64 game runs perfectly fine on Project 64.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
played
that
fucking
one.
Conquer's Bad Fur Day through
I
that.
knew that Pokemon Snap never worked on emulators. Whenever I tried to do it, I'll have to take a look into it.
Hey, they
Huh.
were able to do it on the Wii Virtual Console. and the Wii U Virtual Console by
Oh, damn.
proxy.
Good to
But
know.
where was Hey You Pikachu on this fucking list?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's not on
I
here.
was so
Pikachu
pull-
pod racing.
I'm gonna Pikachu. Now
It
that's
was
pod
Star
racing.
Wars It was the Star Wars crossover.
I'm gonna pull a Nate real quick and sidebar. I actually
All right.
bought I bought Hey You Pikachu, a microphone, and an N64 years back to do a video with the plan of doing a video review of Pokemon or of Hey You Pikachu. And it was gonna be great because my one buddy was gonna get like dress up as like a Pikachu, and we were gonna have like a live action skit where I'm just like yelling, Pikachu! Hey Pikachu! Listen to me! Listen! Pikachu! Pikachu! Just over and over, and he was just gonna go fuck off and do his own little thing. I really need to bring that idea back.
I like
I need
that.
to get someone. Nate,
Set
can
it
you,
up.
Nate, can you dress up as Pikachu for me?
I'll get a fucking Pikachu onesie. I swear to God.
Okay. All right.
Swear to
it.
God.
I already got two
I
onesies.
swear to
What's the third
fucking
one?
God. Don't make me do it.
Bet.
I'm certainly
Yeah.
not on Amazon right now.
Well, gentlemen, let's get into some news. I believe this first one, if
News.
you go off the thing that I did, Mark, it's yours. You can take it.
Oh shit! Yeah. So I guess to start it off, Steam removed hundreds of games from the store, probably closer to 1,000 from this article. But they're removing a bunch of asset flip games, for the lack of a better term.
Good.
Yeah, it looks like that since this has been a problem for years, that Valve and Steam are finally doing something about it. So there's a few companies out there, such as Daxton Technology, which had about 48 games on the platform that were all removed. So it isn't great both ways, but I know that there are people there are companies out there that literally just make asset games or asset flip games to just make revenue.
So, for the
So-
viewers at home that might not know, what is an asset flip, Mark?
So whenever you download a standard game editor, they give you a bunch of like starting assets. So if you make those into games and you make really simple games and then you push out a bunch of games that are pretty much the same thing or little things that are different, then that's considered an asset flip. It's just making the same kind of game with the similar assets or basic assets over and over again. Just to make a game and make
Yeah,
money
just
from
to
it.
try to flood the market.
Yeah, not making anything good. You're just making a shitty ass game to put on the market.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess it's since that's violating Valve's terms of service, they're getting rid of a bunch of those games on their service.
Good.
That's funny.
Pretty wild.
Nate, $30 on Amazon's Pikachu onesie.
I found it on fucking Hot Topic for 17.
Okay,
What the
there you go.
fuck, guys?
Oh shit!
Yo,
I like it.
y'all think we're playing games over here?
We ain't. Mark, you want to
Why
be
am I
the
not in on
videographer?
whatever you guys are talking about?
Oh,
here?
definitely. I got the cameras.
Let's do
You
it.
just need to bring lights.
Oh my gosh.
This
go
is
ahead.
gonna have no relevance because no one's gonna. But James, Japanese is usually 3x for me. Just to let you
Okay.
know.
All right. I'll get it for you, man.
Uh,
Don't you? You
Merry
think
Christmas.
I'm playing?
yeah.
You think I'm playing?
Think I'm playing.
Sticking with the PC, one quick thing for those who do want to play
Yeah,
it.
serious he is.
Politically correct?
Red Dead Redemption 2 Steam version will be released this Friday.
Oh,
This
nice.
Thursday,
That was
the
quick.
5th. Yeah,
That was quick.
coming way sooner than expected, it says. Way sooner.
Most definitely.
Honestly, like for shit like that, I feel like it's already made. I feel like they just sit on it. I could be completely wrong. Like it could take genuine time to do it, but I feel like they at least have the base of it in production.
Well,
They just-
probably, but knowing Rockstar, I mean, they do shit PC ports.
They
Do
just
they?
wanted
I've never played a
exclusivity
PC
on their
port,
launcher
so-
for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then bring it to other things once they created the hype and all the I don't know.
Mhm.
Hopefully they figured out most of the bugs.
Yeah. There hasn't been a good PC port of a Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead game.
Yeah.
I'd
Well,
say
this is the
5
first
isn't
one.
terrible.
Not now.
Okay, fair enough.
Whenever it started, it was shit.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Fair
Vice
enough.
City was the worst.
Yeah, it
Was
was
it?
rough.
Vice City was unplayable for like a good year.
Damn.
Because their DRM stuff. If I
That it was a
remember correctly.
buggy mess.
True.
That's why you could do some sick speed runs on the Japanese version because they don't care about that version. Continue.
Let's go to some Nintendo stuff. James, if you want to start out with yours, your Nintendo piece.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Pokemon,
b- What do you mean?
Nintendo, like that's a Pokemon thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so
What do you mean?
Nintendo's a little upset about people who have been leaking stuff online.
Wow,
they've been-
that's never
they-
happened before, ever.
Yeah, they've been a little
dare they.
butthurt. So they have been working towards. This is from actually Forbes. Don't really see many people see many articles from Forbes on the show. But pretty much what they're going to do is looks like they're going to start they're going to start actually taking legal action against people who leak games. Looks like a Discord server got shut down. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be taking people to trial, or at least they plan to. So that's pretty shitty. That's a very Gearbox thing to do.
How do people even get this stuff if they're leaking it? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It has to be something from the inside, or that
I
hacker
mean-
that hacker 4chan.
I mean, like, also, like, it's the same way people get leaks about, like, the new iPhones and shit. They mine the fucking updates and whatnot. They go through it, they see what's going on, then they release it. That's how we know about the Tile competitor for Apple. It's how we know about fucking the AR glasses fucking Apple is working on. Just because that's the one that comes to mind because I watch a lot of leaks about that shit. Like,
Well, that's also
think it's not that difficult.
that's also how we found out that the Pixel 3 XL was going to have a notch,
Oh yeah, that's true.
because they added in and same with the Samsungs. They added in Android software that to support notches and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really not that difficult, and leaks can't be stopped. I don't think.
It's like hacking or like pirating. I mean,
Yeah,
it can't be stopped. It's going to happen no matter
it
what.
can't be stopped.
Mm-mm.
Nice, thanks for the follow.
Hey,
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 the
Mark.
boy got to follow.
Wow,
Thank
thanks,
you
Dope
for the
Clutch Gaming.
thank you for Mark again for the follow.
Wow,
Nice.
not used to that noise.
I'm not used to that noise.
Good shit.
The other Nintendo thing that I have is that Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition's coming to the Switch.
Ooh.
2020. So February 20th of 2020. It's coming to the Switch for $20. Same
That's
as
not bad.
Devil. Yeah, I mean, you could get Devil May Cry
Yeah.
1, Devil May Cry 3, the only two Devil May Cry games that are on the Switch, for $40. So that's not too bad.
And also, speaking of things that are coming to the Switch, Assassin's Creed: The Rebel Collection will be released this Friday, the 6th.
Oh boy, I can't wait for that to run at like 3 frames per second.
Yeah, that includes
Yo.
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and
Oh, that's
Assassin's
not gonna
Creed
run.
Rogue.
That's
Mm-mm.
not gonna run.
Black Frag's definitely not gonna.
Oh no,
Black
no.
Frag. Wow, that's not
Frag.
gonna run for sure.
So we'll see
Nope.
how it works.
The a certain group in a certain store that we all may certainly work at made a big blunder with that. I don't know if anyone heard, either you two, but that was accidentally put out on the floor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
A favorite.
that's happened so many times, like accidental like releases and like
What is
someone
this
wants
place? What is this place? Target?
I remember
Got him.
when I was in Sandusky, like many years ago, we got a very large special like package delivery, and in the morning, and like an hour later, all the GMs got an email to throw this package into the compactor immediately Do not open it. Do not tell anybody. Throw it in the compactor this second. And of course, no one did.
They fucking opened it.
Yeah.
Now they have to.
It
That's asking
was
for it.
a stanchion for the iPad Mini 3 weeks before the Apple's press conference announcing the iPad Mini. And so everyone knew, it was immediately leaked right then and there, and there's obviously rumors that it was done on purpose to get the word out for the iPad Mini, but who knows?
When someone explicitly tells somebody not
That's
to
clever.
do something, it's already ingrained in their head now. I have to fucking
yeah,
do this.
especially when it's specifically to the GMs and then bold letters, do not open this, throw it in the
Yeah.
compactor now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well,
for a
what
fact
they
they
want
did.
us
Got a cop a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, why is this like that? Another thing coming that's actually been delayed, the Elder Scrolls Blades. It was
Okay.
announced
I
during
for-
E3.
God, that was a
We
thing.
talked about that a long time ago.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out the end of this year, but now it has been pushed back to early to mid 2020.
I
So
forgot that was a thing.
from what
Holy
I've
shit.
gathered, it definitely needed it because I played the mobile version. Not great.
Oh yeah,
Not
it's
great
still in
at
early
all.
access. Yeah, I didn't know that. It's still in early access.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it has been delayed. And Metroid Prime Switch
Metroid.
trilogy. Metroid Prime. Sorry,
Metroid.
Metroid Prime Switch trilogy. There we go.
Metroid Prime
Metroid.
trilogy. There we go.
Whatever, I can't talk.
It's a tongue twister. It's okay.
It's supposed to be released in February of 2020.
Nice. Metroid
those-
Prime's fantastic. All the Metroid Primes.
Yeah,
are
they
great.
are. Those games are awesome.
And the last piece of news I have for Nintendo, Resident Evil is coming to Super Smash Bros. What? Yes.
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of. As spirits.
Is it a map?
Good old spirit boards.
Yeah, so they're coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as spirits.
So, for those who don't know, which would probably be all of you, spirits in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate basically are buffs for your characters during certain matches.
I fucking figured that out when my buddy decided to throw it on, and I got wiped for no
Yep.
reason. I was like, "What is happening? Who is this man that's coming behind?"
exactly.
It's like a tap-in. What is it?
Kinda. Well, it's just buffs, essentially.
Hmm.
Like up different things.
Yeah, just make your character stronger. But yeah, they are all coming to Nintendo, which would be kind of cool. Next piece. James, you had it on yours, Final Fantasy.
Oh
Not that
yeah.
there's much to talk about, but
Not much to talk about, but Final Fantasy Remake Part 2 is in the works. So we know at least Part 1 is at its cleanup phase. It better be because it's coming out in 3 months. That feels weird to say.
exactly.
So hopefully we'll see, since they already have the engine made and everything like that, the important bits, the long and tedious bits. Hopefully we'll see Part 2 within the next probably 2020, late 2021, maybe 2022. 2021 might be pushing it. I would say definitely like 2022.
And they did also release a new set of images and stuff. For you haven't seen it, it kind of gives you the settings. There's a classic, there's easy, and there's normal. Classic mode gives you time like the original game gave you, basically to sit at a screen. Because, if you watch the trailers, the game essentially goes to slow motion. That allows you time to make a summon, to do fire, to do lightning, ice, whatever. If you play the original game, you literally could sit on that screen for hours and nothing would happen.
Damn.
So supposedly Classic gives you that same ability, where it gives you more time to pick and choose what you want to do next.
It's turn-based.
Yeah. Easy basically gives you less time to pick and choose, but the fights and everything are easier. And normal you have to basically react in the moment. So you have to be quick with your selections.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're not quick, the enemy can attack you, and so it's not the enemies waiting for you to attack it. If you're not quick with your reaction, the enemy will just keep attacking you and you die.
Yeah, so
So that's
basically
cool.
you have easy or classic is your turn-based, Final Fantasy VII. Easy is like Chrono Trigger, where it's active time battle, where you have a cooldown and stuff like that. And then there's the normal, which is Kingdom Hearts.
Yep. Last piece for Sony that I have, Death Stranding update coming in December. If you didn't know, the update it's officially outlined.
James is so baffled.
What do you mean?
What?
Like,
What?
what's it doing?
What?
What comes in it?
So the upcoming update, Death Stranding, will let you increase the size of the text.
Nice.
I guess there was some kind of issue with some of the text that basically people hated the way the font.
Oh, the text is super small.
And they're also changing the font too. Because I guess sometimes it was unreadable according to things that I read.
I guess it's a big change.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dispose of individual vehicles. So I don't know what
Okay.
that means. I don't know what exactly.
You're getting-
You can.
I watched a video. I watched a video that suggested that don't get sentimentally attached to the vehicles because they don't last very long at all. So maybe it's a button to delete them instead of just leaving them sitting there.
Or if
Maybe.
there's like other ones in the path, because you could find them just laying around in the world from other players, and probably just delete them out of there.
Yeah, because if they're broken, then they're just littering up the map.
But it says the biggest thing that they are working on is to address the most common request. Biggest request being the font size and the ability to increase the text size and to dispose of individuals' vehicles. That's basically all it said.
Not.
Nut.
So that is coming mid-December.
All right.
Really quick, only Microsoft thing that I have that's relative. They are not getting VR. The CEO says the customers are not asking for it, so they are not going to do it.
Yeah,
Wait,
sure. It's not wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
no, they're 100% doing it. I guarantee that. Mixed reality is, even though it may be bad as of right now, from like what I've heard, it's overly fucking promoted. I see it
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
everywhere now.
But they're probably,
Probably
not
not.
dumping a ton of money into it.
Yeah,
Probably got a
they
team
said they
working
have
on
no
some
focus
stuff,
on it
but-
as of now, which doesn't mean they're never going to. But he
Right.
says their client base aren't asking for it, so they're not going to pursue it
Yeah,
actively.
there's probably like an 8-man team that's just
Yeah.
looking into it, seeing what
I
keep
feel
an eye on
like-
what this stuff is doing.
I feel like that term is so broad. What exactly are they looking at as their client base? Because if you look at it from like
Xbox
everyone who
gamers.
has,
Yeah.
Is what they
that's
said.
think
definitely-
Xbox customers are not asking for it.
but it's so. Are we talking about specifically console version?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
so
what
that-
they're
the
talking
Windows
about.
mixed reality is
Yeah.
like, I'm assuming that's still coming. Like,
Yeah, they're not.
relatively
They're not
quickly?
gonna. They're not gonna get do a Xbox VR.
Okay.
Yeah, like a Sony VR headset. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
He said
To-
that. Yeah, Phil Spencer said that that the Xbox customers are not asking for it. He said no one they're not asking for it, so it's not something they're going to focus on. Which
I
makes
was
sense.
just confused because you led with you led with Microsoft, so I got.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I just
Xbox.
started. No, you're fine. You're fine. I just started thinking like Windows mixed reality because like obviously that runs Microsoft. Microsoft owns Windows, whatever.
Sorry, no. Xbox. They're focusing
I
on
got
Project
you.
Scarlet and XCloud is what their biggest things are. That's all they're worried about. They're not
got
worried
you.
about VR for the Xbox. Do you want to talk about Google, Mark?
Sure. Yeah, let me bring up the article real quick. Oh, yeah. This one should be pretty simple. So, Google announced that they added 2 more games to their free games lineup in December. These titles are Tomb Raider Definitive Edition and Farming Simulator 19.
Woo!
You
Sick.
can
And it's gonna
purchase-
save the Stadia.
You can actually purchase both titles right now on Stadia if you choose to do so because they're not free. Well, I guess they are now since it's the first. But what's the caveat to it? Whenever they introduce the free tier of their subscription, it means that you won't have access to these games anymore, and you'll just
Even-
have to purchase them again.
Yeah, just like if you buy the game on sale.
Yep, same deal there.
So here's something interesting. I guess the person that's really spearheading the Google Stadia is Phil Spencer. So
Oh,
Phil Spencer is a big name in the video game world. He's been the head of Sony and Microsoft Game Studios or Xbox for a while at different points of his career. Do you guys want to know? Do you guys want to take a guess on what systems he helped launch for both those companies?
What companies again?
Microsoft and Sony.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Nope. Well, part right.
Okay. 3
So-
and Xbox One.
Yes.
Okay.
Guess what?
Huh.
The 3 was a monumental flop at the beginning for Sony, where they kicked him, and then the Xbox One was a monumental flop for Microsoft, so they kicked him. So guess what
Wow.
he's doing now? The Stadia, which is a huge flop.
You see the
Probably gonna be
pattern.
fired.
There's a huge pattern.
Hey man, just trying to make it. Just keep going until
Yeah.
someone says yes.
Since we're on the topic of like consoles and whatnot, unless Mark,
this-
you still had stuff.
I was just gonna say now that they have a total of 4 free games, so those 2 and Destiny 2 and Samurai Showdown.
Same
Okay.
show. Get
Oh,
that
dude,
incredible latency.
even though Destiny 2 is free, okay,
Also,
But
for
this
some
is the
reason,
complete edition.
I've that's fair.
I guess. Yeah.
Since I've never seen this before, for some reason, I just honed in on it. Does your mic say "best fuck" by chance?
Yeah.
Nice, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Anyhow, but so there's a lot of articles that are popping up. This is just something I had in kind of in news. Like I didn't read a ton of it, but apparently, like the general consensus as of right now, with what we know, it looks like the people are saying the PS5 actually might end up winning the console war once and for all, comparatively to Xbox Scarlet. Mind you, we don't have a ton of news on Xbox Scarlet because they're really quiet about it. But I'd imagine they'd be like Xbox would be doing similar things as to what Sony is doing because of the times. But the big thing that Sony is expected to win in, like exponentially, no response from Xbox, like period, is the audio. I don't know if you guys have heard what's going to be in the not Xbox, but PlayStation for audio wise. It looks really interesting. The
What is
3D audio chip. They're putting so this is from what I've read from N4G and CCN and a couple other sites. This supposedly is confirmed that there's going to be a 3D audio chip inside of it.
Ooh, I like
And if
it.
that's so because Sony's known for their audio. Like, no matter like if you're a big ass Bose fan personally, and like it's on like
no highs, no highs, no lows. Must be
must be
Bose.
Bose. Exactly. And like, no matter what people want to say, personally, between like say QC35s, because Sony hasn't released their new ones as like Bose did release their 400s, but the WHX1000s, I believe they are, stomped all over those, especially with noise cancellation and like comfortability and overall sound, in my opinion, from what I've seen, how I've played with both of them at work. When the Bose fucking thing wants to work, because holy shit, it never does. But anyway, it's looking like they're gonna beat it there. The solid state drive they're apparently putting in, they haven't given any information of what exactly is going to be in it, but it's supposed to like be top tier. I don't know like what the best one out right now is, but
From what they said when they first showed off the PS5, when they first started talking about it, it's supposed to be faster than anything that's available commercially for computers.
that's
Allegedly.
insane. Like if that does end up being the case, that's going to be absolutely nuts. Also, apparently the backwards compatibility is supposed to be super perfect, and with PS Now coming, they're supposed to like edit PS Now perfectly to the point where it'll be able to work like xCloud. From what I was reading, I don't know if that's absolutely true, but it looks like what they were saying. I mean,
That'd be
I
cool.
think that could be. I think that could
Yeah, that'd be
definitely.
dope.
start taking the cake because a lot of people, like statistically, more people have PlayStations than they have Xbox area. But like, first of all, let's just put it out there. Japan, the majority have Sony and PlayStation products. Also, like the majority of like at
Hey,
least
what about all 15 of the Xbox buyers in Japan?
that's so I say like okay, so the vast majority, like 85%. I don't know, man. I think the PlayStation 5 is definitely going to come out like a heavy contender that like could definitely put like at least like comparatively my PC probably to shame. Because like mind you, I don't have the best PC, but I have a fairly decent computer. Its graphics card needs some work. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I have a feeling Sony's gonna win this one again.
My only genuine complaint is that it looks like the fucking end of a flying V guitar, and that just bothers me.
That's the dev kit, though.
I know, but like they just like I assume you probably know they released the legitimate dev kit, and it looks exactly like what everyone thinks it was gonna look like. Obviously, they're gonna probably change things, but like it just as of right now looks like a fucking flying V, and I feel
It's that 5,
Well,
baby.
I mean, that's cool though. That would be cool.
I
but
don't see why
They
would
never
go
look.
backwards
They
in
never
size.
look like those.
Yeah, dev kits look so much different than the actual retail units.
Okay, do you think they're gonna like keep like the size of the PS4 Pro, or do you think they're gonna go smaller? Larger.
It'll be the same, probably the same dimensions. Probably smaller, but in the relatively same rectangle square form.
I guess to kind of kick up conversation about it, what would you guys like to see in either of these new consoles? What are some main things that you want? I know like Schroeder and Mark, you're not really console players, but like if you could have like your dream pieces in an Xbox or a PlayStation, what would you want? Like, what do you think would be a good?
I just don't want it to be $20,000. That's all. That'd be good.
Still gonna buy it anyway day one, so it doesn't matter. I'll report in next year when I have both of the systems on day one and be like, yeah, this is better.
Well,
I
like,
don't-
Honestly, for me, it doesn't really matter what the console's like as long as the software and UI experience is great. That's what matters to me the most.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be
Like-
nice if there was like, a cookie warmer tray built into the console. That'd
just
be
just
nice.
open up a PlayStation 4 and set it up.
Like even a cup
Sure.
holder.
Get an Xbox 360 and just set
Leave
something
it
on top
on.
of like
Disc
original Xbox 360.
Yeah, if it
Very
had
true.
2 cup holders, that would be cool.
It would be
Yeah.
you and your friend.
I mean, if I was looking for something additional in a console.
Okay,
other
so
than a
like
system that I have to replace in for 2 or 3 years.
Nah, 4 or 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
that's general. Well, the PS4 has been out since 2013.
yeah, I'm still
So,
rocking my
6,
day
7
one
years.
PlayStation 4.
Hmm.
I gave
Like
mine
it
to
works
Keith,
just fine.
so
Now,
it's
mind
still-
you, I'm missing my button to turn it on, but I just use my PlayStation button at that point.
I don't even
Yeah.
have the vent on mine anymore. I took mine off.
I haven't had a console in so long, dudes.
But
I
yeah,
don't
like
even know.
no specific like internal hardware or anything, or like audio quality kind of stuff you guys would.
Solid state
enjoy
drive to
seeing?
make it run fast.
Well, we're getting those.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
That
it's
pretty much would be it.
guaranteed.
I don't-
Honestly.
Personally, I like it to. I want it to look nice.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
'cause-
personally aesthetics are a big thing to me.
I just want it to run good. Like
Yeah,
if it
that's-
plays games without crashing, it's able to update without me worrying about it. Like if it's able to handle the whole user part of it without me causing any stress or anything like that, then
Yeah.
I'm perfect. Like
As
it
long as
needs
it
to
just
work.
does its job. Yeah.
That's the big.
Be an
thing. Do your job.
entertainment system. Don't be a pain in the dick.
Yeah, like just let me put in a game and fucking play it. Like just
I mean,
guess-
that's the appeal of consoles,
Yeah,
yeah,
because you just, in theory, just put a game in it and just fucking plays.
So,
yeah,
like,
well, I
but
get-
that's also what got me away from PlayStation 3 is whenever they were like, hey, you have to
Oh.
install this and wait like half an hour, and then you need
Yeah.
a system update, then you need to update the game. And I'm like, okay, I'll play the game tomorrow because I fucking
Insufficient
can.
hardware, insufficient memory,
You have
storage
to
space.
delete every fucking thing off your PlayStation so you can have one goddamn game, like me.
Well,
Right.
then also the PS3 had that XMB menu that was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, then they
Yeah.
I booted up my PS3 for the first time in like a year and a half the other day, and I'm like, holy shit, this is bad. This
Well, that
is
was-
really bad. I don't miss this.
the
The
360
fucking lack of
originally.
a party option.
The 360's original menu was shit too, and then they realized like
Fucking
was
better
better.
than what it was at the end of the lifespan, where it did the live tile.
Actually
no
had
point.
money to develop it though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
no.
like my big thing would be some form of like ultra low power mode, like even more efficient than rest mode to keep things able to update no matter what. Like,
Well, that's apparently what they're going to do with the 5. I mean, PS5
is
is going to
it?
have
I
an
didn't
ultra
see that
rest
part
mode.
yet. Because I feel
Or
like
an
that'd be
ultra low
cool
power mode.
to essentially have it off and still be able to log in and say your game is updated, and you can just go right into it. Because that's my biggest gripe, similar to fucking what Mark's was with the PlayStation 3, is not being able to play something because I need a fucking 3-4 gigabyte download, and I don't have the patience to wait for that goddamn shit.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
with the PS5, I mean, hey, they're going to be able to. You could get rid of the fluff stuff that you're not going to
Yeah.
play, the modes you're not going to play.
That's true.
I'll love to see how that works.
Yeah,
How the
don't
game developers do that.
don't you think that that's I guess as you kind of just had said my point, but like I wonder how that's gonna work with like game optimization. I feel like that would be a lot of fucking effort.
Blizzard already does it
Mhm.
with their BattleNet. Like how whenever you're installing a game, you can get like the optimal one, and then they do it in different parts.
Yeah,
So
and there's
like
a lot of
Okay.
games that do that too.
it's
Well,
already
like-
pretty common.
Isn't that an entirely different beast on PC compared to console?
I mean, an
necessarily.
Xbox is literally a computer with a different operating system on it.
Yeah.
Like it still runs like DirectX or whatever.
Same with the PS4.
Okay.
I mean, that's basically a computer. It runs a lot of Windows software on it.
But like I guess because I definitely get what you guys are saying, and that makes I can get how they are basically a computer, because at the end of the day they are essentially a computer, just a very minimized and restricted. But I feel like it's a little bit I don't know how it works personally, but I feel like it's different only due to the fact that, like, say with these, you have a lot of hard copies, and with the 90% of majority, I don't know why I just made that really redundant, because obviously 90% is majority, but 90% of computers are like they don't have discs, so everything's digital, and that's way easier to like manipulate and whatnot if you needed to. But like, what
Well-
about wouldn't these discs have to have like, I don't know how discs work personally, but like coding or some shit inside of them to make them be able to remove and pick and choose?
Yeah, you could do that. It can read certain parts of the disc only. I mean, that's how loading levels work on like
Okay.
PS2 games and PS3 games. And it just the laser goes to a specific part of the game disc that
But
it
to, like,
flags.
Permanently remove it?
Not
Well,
permanently
the-
remove it, just don't install it.
It's just never used.
Yeah.
So like, is it just like an expanded upon version of how PlayStation's like, well, which one do you want to? Is that just what that would be essentially? Like, if you want to just put the story first, it just loads that right away, and you go right in, and then wait for multiplayer to load in the background.
Pretty
Is that
much.
essentially what it would be? Okay, I
Whatever
guess in
you
that
wanna
way it
do.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Moving on from this, do you want to talk about the Facebook thing, Mark?
Yeah, that's pretty quick. I'm bringing it up. Facebook announced on the 26th that it acquired Beat Games, the studio behind the VR hit rhythm game Beat Saber.
Oh, Beat Saber's
Uh,
great.
So
I
Beat
wanna
Games
play.
is joining Oculus Studios, an independently operated studio out of Prague. So hopefully they're not going to fuck with it too much.
Oh, they probably will.
They did say the one of the PR people at the company said, "We understand and appreciate the value of the modding bringing to Beat Saber, and so legally within our policies, we're going to do our best to preserve that value that the mods bring to Beat Saber to the Beat Saber player base. As a reminder, our most recent policy update gives more clarity on how developer mode is intended to be used, such as developers building their apps for enthusiasts to explore their new concepts, and it's not intended for engaging privacy or illicit modding, and includes modding that infringe on third-party IP rights or malicious code."
Okay.
So pretty much with this purchase, the entire community is just really freaking out, saying, "Well, we have all these mods importing whatever songs we want into the game. We don't want that to go away." And like, there's websites built around Beat Saber mods and all that sort of shit. So I've looked into it. There's a huge community behind it. Um, we'll just see what happens. We'll see if Facebook actually lets them to continue to do their thing,
Here's
and if
hoping.
remove any content, or if they do any like, I don't know, copyright claims to these weird websites that host these mods.
Okay.
All part of Facebook's plan to dive into the gaming world.
So,
Yeah,
take
they
over the
just want to have
universe.
more things optimized on
They're
their
trying.
Oculus platform, probably.
Probably.
They are
So
really,
I
really
guess-
trying.
Let's hope they don't fuck it up.
Something to do with just another little bit of news that I was into earlier today and a couple days ago. Speaking of taking things away in social media, I don't know if you guys have heard what Instagram has done.
Nope.
They took away likes
Oh yeah, I heard
To-
about that.
to essentially assist with mental health is the idea. So you're not like
Uh-oh.
feeling obligated to post all the time and get as many likes as possible. I know.
So pretty much, they don't want you to use their service.
No. So like, I mean, I can see how yes, it could affect it theoretically that way, but like the entire concept is to have
Enjoy the pictures.
Yeah, you're supposed to enjoy and not feel obligated, and essentially to want to post more and not have to be dolled up or in your best possible look or have the coolest shit going on, period. It's just Instagram was never originally meant for that. I mean, obviously, if you want on social media to like the most face value thing, it's all to be as flexing as possible, theoretically. I think it's a fairly decent idea, and like so obviously big YouTuber and social media star Logan Paul. I was listening to his podcast the other day because like for all things considered, I think it's actually pretty good. They have a lot of cool guests on there. But they were talking about that, and he was like, honestly, like I mind you, you guys might like snarl, whatever the fuck be at this. I think it would be sneer, but he was like, I legitimately feel like I can post more because like I'm not obligated to get 1,000 views or 1,000 likes in the first minute of it being up.
Yep.
And because like all of his friends were like, no, that's dumb. Like that's all about. It's what it's about getting likes. And, like mind you, Logan Paul does put on an act, whatever. Like however you feel about him,
Yeah, but
regardless.
the thing about the likes too, like it's not like Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. If you get 30,000 likes on your picture, you're not getting paid for that. So honestly, at the end of the day,
Well, not.
You can get ad rev.
You can
Well,
get
yeah.
ad rev.
yeah, but
and
also it's people
sponsorship stuff.
view. Yeah, but in the background though, people are still viewing the picture, and essentially
that's
there's-
not- Yeah, people aren't trying to make a career out of Instagram.
Yeah.
Directly at first. Obviously, some people do end up becoming like Instagram models. And like that's not the main idea of Instagram. If you're trying to make a
you.
career, if you're trying to make a
I
career,
am going to be a Instagram waifu model.
Yeah, I
Did
can
I
see
say that
it.
right, James?
Yeah.
Waifu. Yeah.
Okay, waifu.
But like, I feel
Did I say
like
it right?
if people are making a career line, it's gonna be one of like 2 to 3 platforms, being Twitch, YouTube. Fucking honestly, at this point, heckle me all you'd like, but like,
So help me
TikTok
God
as
if you
well.
s- Okay.
I fucking said it. Oh, wait,
no,
what
I
were
was
you
gonna.
gonna
I was
Very
gonna say.
close.
So help me God if you say Mixer.
But no, like all 3 of the ones I had mentioned, legitimate ways to like get popping on the internet, and like Instagram just doesn't happen to be the one people are like, oh, let's flood the Instagram because we're getting super famous. It's just like, all right, well, I have a following here. Let's make an Instagram and have people follow me here too. It's just a way of like branching out, and I feel like it's a good idea to get rid of the likes. I mean, theoretically it's a good idea because I don't know how well it's going to work in practice.
at the end of the
And the
day, it
pro-
all matters who follows you, not how many likes you get on the picture. So
That's not entirely true because people get like you could have X amount of followers. Like you could have like say a couple thousand. You're relatively small, but like you have a following. And like at the end of the day, what matters is how much engagement you have.
Yeah.
Because you could have a bunch of dead bots on your thing being followers because you decided to go rapid like and just had a bunch of people follow back. And having no likes but like commenting and whatnot, that'll still be your engagement. So you'll still have something. And also, the problem with getting rid of likes is there's still the you and a million others like this, or like have viewed this or enjoy this picture. There's still kind of a like system in there, but it's a little less in your face. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I think I'm very curious to see how it goes.
I was always the petty one on Instagram when someone followed me, and I checked their profile out, and they had a ton of followers, but not many. They had a ton of followers, but not many people. They weren't following many people. People were following them. So I knew the second I followed them, I go back on their profile the next day, they unfollowed me. So their account was way up. Whenever I saw that, I unfollowed them back. That was a petty one.
that's what rapid liking is. People I actually know someone who does that, and he has X amount of followers and like a couple thousand following, and it's crazy. And like one person on the podcast I was listening to, he was like, "This is how I legitimately gauge like who I talk to." Mind you, he's noted himself being very shallow, and like he knows he has to work on that being a thing. But he's like, if I go to someone's page and I see an Instagram model with 3 million likes, well, not 3 million likes, but 3 million followers, and I go to her thing and she has 25 likes a fucking picture, obviously there's something wrong there. It's going to be a fake account.
You can fucking
So,
buy
like, that's kinda
followers,
how you
which is
weed shit
stupid.
out. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
those
it's
numbers.
interesting.
Moving on from there, let's talk about Star Wars: The Fallen Jedi. Sorry, Star Wars Jedi
Whoa, you
Fallen
fucked
Order.
that up.
I did.
Swallow your
Um,
food.
So
Sorry.
Luke Skywalker?
Well,
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. There we go. Best-selling game of all time. Just kidding.
Really?
but
No.
it's not
It is the best-selling EA Star Wars game of all time.
I believe it.
definitely the best-selling Respawn game of all time.
It is the fastest-selling digital game of all time. It is EA's best-selling Star Wars PC title, EA's best-selling Star Wars game, and top 5 EA best-selling game in history.
I'm glad
Nice.
Respawn actually got some love. I'm glad that EA didn't just like release something bigger on the same day that Fallen Order was coming out.
They said that they were having an absolute blast. They were super excited with the success of this game. In an interview, they asked, "Well, due to the success, will we see future titles that are in relation to this game?" He said, 100% yes.
You're cutting out. so
Yeah, I
bad.
lost like 90% of the conversation.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I was hoping for.
So what were you talking about?
So because of the super huge success, the CEO was asked if we're going to have more Star Wars games that are related to the Fallen Order. Well, I'm still breaking up.
No, you're good.
Just you're okay.
So yes, he said 100% yes, there will be more games in relation to the Fallen Order.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
what that says to me is we are definitely never ever getting a Titanfall 3.
That's unfortunate. The other thing I've gathered is we're definitely gonna run this into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's super successful.
But that doesn't mean you make another one.
Yeah, but that's everyone's mind thought though.
It's such a bad fucking idea.
I can't wait for EA to actually officially kill BioWare so they can bring a bunch of their members over to Respawn.
Yeah.
They asked if in Jedi Fallen Order 2, will we see Baby Yoda? The CEO laughed. That's part of the interview.
Yeah, I
Not
fucking love how.
even
Well,
Yoda.
no, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because Disney might copyright strike your fucking Twitter post.
Sure.
You put a Baby Yoda meme. Fucking Disney. Fucking okay. Capcom. People were doing that with Monster Hunter, one of the Monster Hunters, like basically making one of the monsters do like a thumbs up, and it was a huge meme all over the place. So you know what Capcom did? They released actual models for people to use. freely
Nice.
use for that meme, and everyone loved it.
Because Capcom knows how to fucking interact with their base.
Nowadays they do.
Did they not prior?
Mm-mm.
Were they like Disney earlier in earlier life?
I mean, back when Capcom was not Cap God, when they were Cap shit,
That's fair.
they that was before social media, so like no one really did anything like that. But they probably would have. They probably would have done the same Disney shit. Back
Fair
when
enough.
like RE5 came out and RE6.
Fair enough.
Okay, Walker. Hello.
Walker, you're probably muted.
Nut.
Oh, I am.
Of course he is.
Nut.
So Call of Booty is next up. Before we get into the major update, this was a sidebar. An individual tweeted at Call of Duty, and
Son of a bitch.
Pitter patter.
what, your thing fell down?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Fix that.
F.
So
You ran
So-
over it with your chair.
Yep.
someone tweeted at the design director of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. He asked, when will we see a 3v3 mode? He said, soon.
Custom games.
Also, a 1v1.
Nice.
So it's take that as you will.
Okay, cool.
Because the CEO tweeted back at him also a 1v1. So obviously
Nice.
people will take that and say that they're going to soon get a 3v3 and a 1v1 gunfight.
That'd be cool.
If we
Yeah, that
actually,
should be fun.
I'd be
if
down.
we do, who knows? 1v1 would be interesting for sure.
That
I
would
mean,
be.
they just released the tournament mode, so I mean, they're making it a legitimate thing.
Season 1. Want to talk about it, James?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk a little bit about season 1 here. Let me load up the GameSpot article.
Call of Booty.
And
No,
I
some-
can't have enough GameSpot articles open. Uh,
How the fuck did my tag?
Chrome crashed. Okay, there we go. All right. So pair of tweet. Okay, so the studio gave the date and teaser for a pair of tweets and more detailed blog posts. The content roadmap shows a lot of new maps along with modes, guns, and special op missions. The maps include Crash, Vacant, and Shipment in multiplayer, Cargo, Atrium, and unspecified additional maps in 2v2 gunfight, and Port in ground war mode. So it looks like
It's like
We're
vacant,
getting-
vacant.
vacant.
This
Like
this
the
is
old
free,
man.
right?
Vacant, yeah, like vacant lot.
Sweet.
Okay, so they're adding three modes: Rainforce, Gunfight OSP, and Infected. Special ops will get Bomb Squad, Grounded, Pitch Black, Just Reward, and more. And new guns will include the Ram 7 and Holger 26.
Infected's gonna
I'll
be
come-
awesome.
Yep,
Oh,
it'll come
yeah.
to PC, Xbone, and PS4 simultaneously. So Crash is a multiplayer map. The iconic Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare map has returned with all the flanking routes and action-packed rooftop encounters you remember. Vacant, an abandoned office previously visited in Modern Warfare, the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, leads to intense interior combat across the complex. Shipment for multiplayer and gunfight map. The classic Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare map where fast and frenetic action reigns supreme. Port, battle across massive shipping crates, cranes, buildings, and streets in this unique ground war map experience. Cargo is a gunfight map, an open roof stage vessel for shipping containers and docks on London. Atrium, the gunfight map, centerpiece of the Verdask Palace, still intact despite the conflict raging nearby. Rainforce is a multiplayer mode, a hybrid of domination and search and destroy, a single life mode where both teams competing to control the three flags. On-site procurement, OSP, is a gunfight mode, a tactically rich 2v2 mode with a twist. Begin with just your fists and gather equipment as the match progresses. So kind of like what we do in our custom games.
Hell yeah.
Infected. It's hunt or be hunted in this survival party game mode. Additional modes. Look for more modes as Season 1 continues. Bomb Squad Special Ops Experience. Forces still loyal to Bakrov have planted explosives in the city of Arab. You have defused the situation. Grounded. Enemies have seized Barkov's former airbase. Engage and eliminate them. Pitch Black. Infiltrate Barkov's former estate and recover all required intel before the exfil in attack rover or tactical rover. Just Reward. Your squad targets the head of an enemy financial operation, hacking his data centers and gaining intel. And then look for more special ops content as Season 1 continues. And then the Ram 7 introduces a fully automatic bullpup assault rifle with integrated Picatinny
Piccadilly.
rails at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. The Holger 26 is an LMG spec of the Holger model rifle with integrated sight rail and drum magazine for additional ammunition carrying capacity. There we go.
Tight.
I like it. It's gonna be huge. Comes out December 3rd, doesn't it?
It's gonna be
Yep.
huge.
So make sure your PlayStations are on and able to update.
It's always on, baby.
Jeremy, make sure that does that. Okay. Other games. James, you want to talk about your scary?
Ah, fuck. Yeah, I just accidentally closed out the article that I've had open for a hot minute. So Koji Pro, Kojima Productions. Kojima's starting to get a little restless after Death Stranding's been released.
It's only
Um,
been so long.
Yeah, I know, but Kojima's a madman.
Yeah.
So he's ready to make the scariest horror game. Yay.
I can only imagine.
This is from Games Radar. To quote Kojima, "I'll watch the scary movies in order to awaken my horror soul." So pretty
Hope
much
you guys are
when-
ready, man.
Yeah. So pretty much what Kojima's gonna do, he's gonna start watching some more horror movies because he's a super bitch. He's flat out said it on Twitter and in interviews that he does not like horror movies. They scare him way too much, and that's why he's the best horror director. That's why he wants to make horror games. He loves making them because he wants to scare himself. So he's quote, "To make the scariest horror game by watching the scariest movies in order to awaken my horror soul." So one of the things that he did when he was making PT is he would watch this movie The Eye, which a film according to this article, he finds so scary he can't even look at the cover art.
Nice.
So yeah,
I can definitely empathize with this guy though.
yeah.
I hate scary games.
Yeah, so
I see
That's
that as
pretty
an
cool.
absolute win.
yeah.
I feel
I can't wait. And he says that he wants to work with in another tweet, he said that he would love to work with Norman Reedus again. And I'm sure his best bud would love to work with him again. Same with Mads. If
I
you
feel
just
like-
give me a game of just Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus just hanging out, I would fucking play that game in a heartbeat.
Mads and Norm hanging out. Fucking, I
Really?
mean, like,
Or sorry, it's Mads Mikkelsen. That's how you actually pronounce it. Mass. Not Mads.
okay. I feel
learned
like
that the other day.
getting a game from someone who's legitimately terrified of games and wants to scare himself is an absolute win. I feel like you can't go wrong with that because he's going to make it as hard as possible.
Yeah, he's gonna try to make it as scary as humanly possible. I love
guess-
it.
Yeah, the
I
word
s-
hard wouldn't be the correct thing I was trying to say. I mean, like, definitely he's going to make it as horrifying.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a little bitch and play this game. I can't wait. I love me my horror games, even though they scare me. And Koji knows how to make a horror game. We've seen it with PT.
Next up, what I got, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. It comes out next month.
Cool.
What is it?
Next.
The DLC of Kingdom Hearts 3. They are adding 3 new modes. Photo mode allows you to pose on any game's protagonist, even the antagonist, in an extremely hilarious photo op.
So it's like Prompto.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
kind of.
Favorite.
Well, they already had kind of a mode like that already.
Yeah, but
You had that
this
selfie
allows
mode.
you to actually take it with like the bad guys too. Slideshow mode lets you take photos you've created and play them in the background, transitions, and musics, creating a slideshow. Fast pass mode allows you to change the difficulty mid-game to one-hit kills so you can speed through the game.
No.
Is it both ways or just?
And there
Yeah,
is a
whenever you
black
die,
code
yeah.
mode. Black code mode essentially makes the game
Dark Souls.
it's basically the hardest mode in the game.
Cool.
and you
So
can-
Dark
you can-
Souls mode.
Yeah, you can change it mid-game as well. Yeah, I
Okay,
think
they're
you would
kinda
like
going-
you would like the fast pass mode, James. That'd be interesting.
No, I don't want to play that game again.
Well, I mean, if they had it in the original one.
I still wouldn't play it.
No?
No.
I kind of hope they do what Mark had an idea of, like, if you hit first, you win. If they hit first, you die.
So basically, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dark Souls.
No, it
Every
just
game needs
says
to be Dark Souls. Damn it.
the fast pass mode lets you
does.
speed through the game and let you one-shot enemies, is what it says.
Kingdom Hearts is the Dark Souls of Bloodborne.
True. Ghost Recon is getting a patch. It's adding more customization. You can change your gender.
Oh, I'm waiting for
Okay.
that.
And more. They're adding more boots, gloves.
Nice.
Woo! Exciting
I
stuff.
know Jeff's been wanting to turn to Jess for a while here.
It was a long
Exactly.
time.
Do you want to talk about No Man's Sky, Mark?
Sure. They're releasing a new update called Synthesis, which pretty much adds a upgrade system that allows you to spruce up your favorite spaceship. Pretty much what it does is it allows you to upgrade your ship all the way up to the highest class of ship, as well as adding additional inventory slots. They fixed up the resalvaging system so you could break down ships you no longer want into scrap materials or parts for your ship that you can add more inventory space on your other spacecrafts. They also added other inventory of life improvements, such as an overhauled player inventory system, making it easier to simply drag and drop items from your place and place it into your inventory. And then additionally, they added features from the desktop game to VR, so they should match up 1-to-1 now. To top it off, they said they also fixed about 300 bug fixes in this update.
The
Nice.
more I hear about the new shit going into No Man's Sky, the more I'm thinking that this is a completely different game than what I played when it came out on launch.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, 100%. Like I played it like last year, and if I played it now, it'd be a completely different game as well. Like
Like, that came out in
They even
what?
said it was.
it
Yeah,
did
they were-
Next and Beyond, like within the last few years, and like those just changed the game completely as well.
So I know that
Like-
game came out in what? Probably like 2014.
No, oh fuck.
I was in like I
it
was like
was
junior
my-
year for me.
It was my first year working
2016.
at Best Buy. Yeah, 2016.
I was a
Or
senior.
it's close. It's close to it. My first
'Cause I
year.
know
Yeah.
me and my
PlayStation
buddy,
4,
we
yeah.
talked about that a lot in science, and 'cause he was super excited for it.
I was super excited for it too.
Me
Me
too.
too. Everybody was excited
I-
for it.
I honestly didn't mind it whenever I first played it. Like
I
it
didn't know what
wasn't
the fuck it was.
it wasn't great, but like I definitely put in like a good 40 or 50 hours into it
Same.
because I wanted to. Also
your-
because I
get
spent
your money's
60
worth out
bucks
of it.
on it. Yeah.
You spent $60 on this fucking game.
Yeah, exactly. Wish I didn't have to say that so often.
Yeah, I know, right? Anything more about that?
Yeah, that's all I had to say about that.
Okay.
Well,
Last two things in this segment. Apex Legends is increasing its cap level from 100 to 500. They
There's no
still,
point.
People still play that?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's still pretty big.
Sure.
I don't really know why they're doing this. It doesn't really say. They say people have been asking for it, but I honestly don't see that many people at level fucking 100. But
It's just a stat
Whatever.
thing.
Yeah.
Literally to have the bigger cock.
so yeah, you are now able to go up to level 500, and every 10 levels you progress, you get a badge.
Okay, yeah. There's no point to it.
Last piece, Cyberpunk 2077 has been confirmed that it will not be available for PS5 or Xbox Project Scarlet when they launch. It'll
Well,
be
yeah.
available after the fact, but it will not be a launch title.
That's fair.
I know a lot of people were hoping that it would be, but unfortunately it will not, because they are not. The game won't be available in that quality when it comes out.
There's probably going to be like
Makes sense.
a definitive edition, like maybe a year or two out
Yeah.
Mhm.
after launch, where it's like here's all the DLC and everything, and all that stuff, and enhanced graphics, and they're just gonna do Sky. I can't wait for Skyrim to come out on the PS5 and Project Scarlet.
It'll be
Ultra
interesting.
HD edition.
I swear to God, if that happens, I
It's
swear
going
to.
to.
God. It's going to. I swear to God, though.
Have even more advanced textures and
You
shaders.
hate them
I
so
will-
much.
I will,
Yeah.
Mark. I will come over to your house and rip that Todd Howard thing right off of the whatever. I will destroy that Todd Howard picture you have there.
I should switch it out.
I like it though. Before we finish up with list and if we have time, some movie stuff, I added a little extra because I didn't know where these went into gaming news, so I did an extra segment called Above and Beyond because Mark had a bunch of stuff, and then I have a really weird one as well. If you want to talk about your 3 things, Mark.
Above and beyond.
Sure. This kind of went with the Facebook buying thing, but like another company is buying another company. So there's mixed feeling for racing game fans this week as the publisher Codemasters announced it'll purchase Slightly Mad Studios, the developer of the Project Cars series. And Codemasters will pay $30 million for the acquisition, according to GameIndustries.biz. And they said that they are still going to be working on the development of Project Cars 3, so the acquisition shouldn't have to do anything with that. And they're also working on a mobile title called Project Cars Go, which they haven't announced anything about.
It's an AR game where you sit in your car and actually drive.
That'd be
And
pretty
you
wild.
go.
A hyper-realistic racing car game. I don't know. That'll be really cool. But honestly, they didn't say anything about the acquisition doing anything with that. I also had another article here about Alexa. They added something into her voice
I think that's
analyzing
funny.
capabilities.
Oh, good.
And
What is
so they're able to respond in different excitements, such as
Nice.
happy or disappointed, low empathetic tone.
I like Skynet.
appropriate.
It's neat.
She
Hey,
can get happy
Alexa.
or sad now.
Hey
Yeah.
Alexa, use a bitch.
So
Alright,
she-
I guess. Aw.
She can now respond appropriately. Amazon did internal tests proving that 30% increase in overall satisfaction of voice experience among users when emotion is added to their voice.
It's
And
got feelings,
whatever-
guys. It's got
If
feelings.
you want Skynet, this is how we get Skynet.
This is how you get Skynet.
Whatever that means.
It's coming
Um,
alive.
Apparently, whenever it's playing with music in the background, blind testing has found it to be 80% more natural. So we'll see whenever that update comes around. Apparently, it's available to developers to use today, and that was on the 27th.
Man,
So-
I can't wait to get an Alexa and be like play like just some I don't know like Blink 182 or My Chemical Romance.
You
And
got
then
it,
just
dude.
so no My Chemical Romance or fuck. Yeah, let's just do My Chemical Romance. Because I can't
Panic
think of
at
any
the
other bands.
Disco.
Having a
and-
bad day.
Yeah, it's just like, hey Alexa, turn it up. All right, I guess. Turning
It'll be like
volume up.
the Android
Hey
Android
Alexa,
from
play Nickelback. No.
God,
shit.
you so needy. You
It'll be the
always want me to
android
turn the
from-
volume up.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
There you go. So that'll be interesting. I like
Yeah,
that
that's
though.
all I
Name
have.
isn't
All the
Alexa.
time telling
My
me
name
orders.
isn't Alexa anymore. It's darkness.
You've asked
Dark
me.
Obsidian.
You've asked me too many depressing questions, and now that's how I am permanently.
It's not a phase.
I swear.
Weren't you
like,
just
you're not-
Alexius
Yeah.
last week?
And you had something else,
Face down.
Mark.
It was just those two. Oh, actually, I did have one about. Forgot about that. I posted
Oh,
this.
so you lied.
Oh, I'm lying. I'm sorry. Ooh.
How dare you?
So, China has released a new government policy designed to prevent the spread of deepfake in news and misrepresenting videos using artificial intelligence, also known as deepfakes. The rule goes into effect on January 1st, 2020, and will be enforced by the Cyberspace Administration of China.
Nice.
So,
That's pretty cool.
Cyber. No, not. That's terrifying.
yeah,
Those-
so
get rid of those fucking clickbaity shit on YouTube.
no more
Ah.
deepfakes in China, pretty much in news in general to stop the spread of fake news. Also, last month, California became the first U.S. state to criminalize the use of deepfakes in criminal campaign promotions,
Of
advertising.
yeah.
what? Of
Called-
what?
Deep fake.
What's a deep fake?
Whenever you superimpose somebody's like your face onto a video, or
Oh,
whenever you say somebody's into that, and it's like
Or
their
even
voice
voice,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah.
I see.
The law called AB 730, signed by this government dude, make it a
This
crime to
government
publish.
dude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name. Makes it a crime to publish audio, imagery, or video that gives a fake, false, or damaging impression of a politician's words or actions.
Now, is it strictly politician or is it like?
In California, it's strictly politicians.
Okay.
So you
In
can't
Chi-
like Trump, and you can't fucking take his head and put him in somewhere else.
in China, you can't use any deepfake if you are spreading kind of news, or
Okay, but you can do it in parody still.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
They don't go into anything like that. But
It's a gray area.
yeah,
They do
it's
that on
pretty cool
purpose.
seeing
Someone's gotta
legislation
try
for deepfake. Yeah, gotta start somewhere.
The piece of news I had before we go to the list, Johnny Depp is back. He is producing a musical that is in the
Doesn't surprise me.
perspective of Michael Jackson's glove.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
The musical is
Okay.
the musical is from the perspective of Michael Jackson's glove, from when he was a kid all the way up until he died, including all of the sexual things that were accused of him.
It's not going to go over.
I don't know how they are going. They didn't say how they were going to incorporate him going to trial for sexually abusing kids, but they said that will be. It's basically the life story of Michael Jackson's glove, told by Michael Jackson's
it.
glove.
The
I
only
like it
thing
a
I'm
lot,
currently
actually.
Should
imagining.
be interesting.
it's so perfect.
The only thing I'm imagining right now is a diamond encrusted version of the glove, just going through everything that glove would have went through.
I
That's all
saw
can
that.
See in my
I'm like,
face.
I gotta fucking add this. This is amazing.
A movie about Michael Jackson's glove. It's
It's a
But we
musical
can't
too,
Get
Told
the
from
Glover's
the-
sequel. God damn it.
Yeah,
a
right.
musical. Oh my god.
told from the perspective of his glove. Yeah, and they asked how they're gonna portray the sexual, the sexual abusing or whatever the
Careful.
accusations. How are you gonna include that into this? And they said they'll find a way.
Yeah, we don't know yet. We
It's
haven't
like,
decided.
it is
I haven't
still
decided yet.
I'm still working it out.
That's ignorant.
supposedly it's been written. They're just doing the edits on the script. Then they will start casting.
Nice.
I wonder what the Jackson estate is thinking of about this. Like, right now.
Supposedly they want nothing to do with it.
Of course,
I'd
they don't want
imagine
anything.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Supposedly they are keeping away from this. They have nothing to do with it. And that's why I guess the people who wrote it went to Johnny Depp, and I guess he was like, "This is fucking amazing." Johnny Depp was like, I can't get any lower, so why not?
Something to add to that Alexa thing if you're done with that one, just real fast.
Go ahead.
Get better.
Do you guys think with everything that's changing at the moment, do you think we're gonna end up getting an Alex voice?
Like
Because
a
of, like,
man voice?
Half-Life?
Yeah, like a male voice because of like the whole fucking
There isn't one.
Not on
no,
Alexa.
it's strictly Alexa.
That's
So
weird.
do you
I
think
thought there
there's
was
gonna
mods that let
be?
you change the voice.
I mean, theoretically there could be mods, but like,
Like an
do
actual
you think that
setting.
they're gonna end up doing something with the whole like? What if? I mean, this is going to end up going
But then
more
you
in
have-
towards Skynet. But what if he doesn't want to be a girl? What if he wants to be a guy? Like, do you think that's like
Yeah,
something
but
that could
then
happen?
but then you're gonna go to the category of why wasn't good enough as just a woman? Why did you have to make a man version? And you
Yeah,
get
but
into
then
that.
You have to program that need in the first place.
Yeah. Like, why couldn't she be a girl? Why does she have to be a guy
Why
now?
are we giving her emotions?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you'll have, if we, like, I think it's a good idea. I think that'll be a cool concept, but no matter what happens with that, there's gonna be huge negativity.
I mean,
They'll probably
supposedly
add a
we're
bunch of
getting like
voices.
it was found like in the like for people that data mine and shit. Like, apparently we're getting the Samuel L. Jackson mod. Apparently that is coming.
Sweet.
Oh, shit.
Alright, I might buy it when that happens.
What's the
That's
there's a-
so
there's a-
weird that like Alexa doesn't have it because like for Google
He's
Assistant,
stuck
I
on
can
it.
get fucking John Legend as my Google Assistant voice.
Can you really?
They actually
Yeah.
cared.
He's gonna set it up and show us.
We
No, I
still-
already have it.
Do you really?
on the
John Legend here. I lent my voice to your Google Assistant so you can hear me do things like answer your questions, brief you on the weather, and tell jokes while the regular assistant
What?
voice handles the rest.
I fucking
That's
love
Have
it.
some
insane.
fun.
You guys know what the Waze app is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can have
Good old
Terry
Gyps.
Crews as your voice assistant.
I want Terry Crews to hang out
Doesn't
with me.
surprise me.
You can have Terry Crews on that.
That would be cool. The Waze app? What does the Waze app do?
It's a GP. It's supposedly like one of the best GPS apps.
It's
It
like a
gives you
social
actual-
GPS. Yeah.
Yeah. People
Owned by
let you know
Google.
like, oh, there's like checkpoints here, or there's huge traffic.
Ah,
Yeah.
Like, it's
Google's
just a community.
Basically, like
Google's incorporated that into Maps a lot, and then also they've
Okay.
incorporated a lot of map stuff into
Um,
Waze.
like
So-
if you pass a cop, you can actually bring up the app, put a police officer in the spot that you see him, and he'll show up on everyone else's map.
I think that I feel like eventually they're gonna get into that though.
They probably
just
have
because
to.
like that'd be logical on their end, at least like law enforcement's end.
They need to because like, how am I gonna get my entertainment from live PD?
Yeah, it says
That's what 90% of that show is.
Woz tells you instantly about traffic,
Woz.
construction.
Was.
Waze, sorry,
It's my favorite.
Woz,
person at
the, wi-
Apple.
the Wizard of Woz.
Wozniak, the big Woz.
Scott the Woz.
Old
Waze tells you instantly traffic, construction, police location, crashes, and more.
A lot of stuff.
Not.
Well, yeah, I don't see that. Because in some states now it's illegal to have a police radar in your car.
Hey, you can't get voice from police radar anymore. It's encrypted.
Yep.
That's why a lot of people were up in a roar because like, oh, why can't I know what the police are doing? Because you're not fucking supposed to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they a lot of states that police radars are banned. If the cop sees one in your window, you can get pulled over and get a ticket.
Yeah, like scanners won't pick it up anymore. I.e., to like what I was saying is like they're all encrypted now, like their radios and stuff.
Yep. Anybody else have any news before Mark goes over his list?
Goes over what?
Mark has a list. The top
Ah,
biggest tech flops of the 2010s.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah. So we're going to reflect on the last 10 years of product
fuck,
failure.
You're right. It's,
So now-
we're done with the 2010s almost.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we're looking at
Jeez.
We're
products and
on our way to the
services.
20s,
30
boys.
days. Well, actually, 29 days now.
How many is there?
We're looking at, I believe it's.
I have it pulled up. It doesn't give you a number.
Oh, there's a bunch here. Holy shit.
And just do however
We'll go
many you
over like
want.
the top
I'm
25.
just gonna.
There is no
Mm,
numbers. It just
I'm
lists
not
them.
gonna. I'm
No,
not
right,
gonna
but like
really
I'm
go
not.
through a description.
Yeah.
But we're looking at 10 years of product failures, not products that really did well or anything like that, but products that you heard of or did well and didn't really do. Fucking, I can't talk.
Do anything.
Products that really didn't do too well, but probably should have along those lines. So let's start it off. We got the good old Apple AirPower wireless charging mat.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whenever it was announced in 2007 or 2017 and never happened. We got the Amazon Fire phone.
Yeah, I wanted
That-
High news.
I
That was a
really wanted that
thing?
phone. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted it.
There was
Yeah.
a dude that I worked
Oh.
with at Best Buy that had a Fire phone.
It basically was a thing where you could scan a picture and it automatically came up and told you what the price was, and you could buy it right then and there. That was the key feature of that phone.
Yeah, straight Amazon integration.
Yeah, and it ran Fire OS,
Yeah.
Well, that's a bad idea.
a shitty Android skin.
Yeah.
Next, we got the BlackBerry Playbook and Playbook
Oh,
BlackBerry
yes.
10.
Good old BlackBerry tablet.
Yeah, it looks
God,
like
remember
it's
know
the
what that
HP
is.
one?
BlackBerry version of
HP
apps.
fucking tablet. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
should
BlackBerry
be on
version
this
of their tablet.
Yep.
Ended up dropping the entire project. Next is called the Coolest Cooler. It's
I
the
remember the coolest cooler.
most funded product on Kickstarter in 2014. And it sold for about $400.
It has a blender, wireless speaker, and multiple USB charging ports.
What was the problem with it?
$400 cooler.
$400.
Yeah, it's an expensive cooler.
Next will be Facebook Home, as well as the other Facebook products that they've tried to make, such
The
as
fuck is
Facebook
Facebook?
Deals, Facebook Email, Facebook Places, Notify, and Facebook Gifts.
I haven't heard of like 3 of these things so far.
Facebook Home was a phone that they try to make.
It ran
What?
Facebook operating system.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
It was like a web-based version of everything.
Facebook
Uh,
email.
Nate's just eyes of wide, just open wide. He's seeing everything. The fog of war has been cleared. He's
What?
throwing down torches like crazy to remove that fog.
I love how it says
Honestly,
Facebook
I've
email.
never heard of that.
Facebook email. You remember how in 2010 this was defined as the Gmail killer?
Yep.
Since it died in 2014, no one remembers that either.
That's how they wanted to say.
It looks like a fucking Nokia phone
hmm
with an HTC backing.
Pretty
Yep.
much. That was the thing.
You're not wrong.
Oh, I love the next one.
It looks like the 3.2. What the fuck? It just
Next one
doesn't
on the
have a
list is good old Google Fiber.
Oh yeah, Google Fiber, rep in peace.
Yeah, despite it being added to a few cities in 2015, Google put a halt on Google Fiber expansion in 2016. If you got it, enjoy it because no one else is going to get it.
Is it
the same
good?
thing happened to Verizon Fios a decade prior.
It's their fiber optics. It was supposed to be their like it was honestly supposed to be groundbreaking.
Yeah,
It was
you're
supposed to be
get
super
fiber
cheap.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those cool things. Like with it was say Nate, you wanted fiber.
Okay.
You could be like, hey, Google, give me fiber, and Google will be like, sure thing, fam.
Fiber
God
on its
damn it.
way.
Stop.
Okay, Google.
I
Be
saw my
careful.
volume go down, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh.
So,
So
just
you
out of
could-
curiosity, sorry, what's up?
But basically, you could be like, yeah, I want fiber. Place that I cannot say because my assistant will get notified. I want fiber. Okay, give us this money. That's a lot of money, but okay. Hey, your monthly bill's like $200 for internet. All right. Hey, neighbor, do you want fiber? Sure. Let's get fiber. All right. Hey, place that I can't say because my assistant will go off. Give me fiber. Okay, hey, both your payments now for your internet bill is $100. Sweet. hey, third neighbor, and just keep going down and lowering your
Yeah,
bill.
the,
Lowering your bill,
the
lowering
more
your bill.
people in your community that had it, the cheaper your bill was.
I've seen pictures when like that was rolling out. I saw pictures of people's like internet bills where it was like they got pretty much everyone in their apartment complex fiber, and it was like gig up, gig down, and they were paying like $40 for it a
Yeah.
month.
So like, is the website that I'm on like actually inactive, or like theoretically could you still figure out a way to get it? Because I'm on Fiber and it seems like a perfectly operating website.
Oh, it
It's
is.
still active. They're just not expanding it to more
Yeah.
cities.
Okay.
Because people who have it keep it.
Interesting.
Yeah, was it like Kansas City, Pittsburgh?
Yeah, there's
oh,
there's
no,
a
they
couple.
didn't do Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
No,
don't
they
do
were
like
it.
going to.
That was the next place that they were going to.
Yeah,
go
and then
to,
they
but
stopped.
never did.
No, people who have it keep it.
Fiber phone.
Okie dokie. Looks like our next item is going to be Google Glass.
Oh. Oof.
I've
Get
seen
the-
2 people in the world walk around with Google Glass, and I thought they were the coolest people in the world.
I saw one time.
I
Yeah,
was
there's a
down
dude
in-
that came through Best Buy that always wore it.
Yep.
He
I
was-
had one guy when I was down in King of Prussia for a game convention, and that was cool. For those who don't know, King of Prussia is the rich part of Philly.
Okay.
Like the stupid rich part of Philly.
Yeah.
And then one when I was working at GameStop in the mall.
A lot of Google stuff.
Yeah.
It's Google, man. We're gonna
Uh,
see the Stadia on there next in 2029.
Yeah, no.
Next would be their Google social efforts. So Buzz through Plus. Looks like they did a shit ton of Google things.
Google Plus was supposed to be the Facebook killer.
Yep.
Next is Google TV.
God,
Um,
my grandfather had that.
that ran from 2010 to 2014 because of Android TV.
Yep.
Next would be a GoPro Karma. It
That
looks
thing was
like,
yeah.
awesome.
Well, that
looks like it was
it's because
pretty
it just
cool,
kept.
but it only. Go ahead.
It kept like flying off on its own. So
And it
they
only
had to
flew for
like
15
stop it.
minutes.
Yeah, I only had,
Yeah, it just kept like, hey, I don't want to listen anymore. See you later.
Wait, did they end up reusing the name Karma for something else? Isn't that a gimbal now?
Possibly.
yeah,
Not sure.
I think so.
I
They killed
that's
that
their-
$800 product back in 2018.
Okay, yeah, because they ended up rebranding the Karma name as a X. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, the Karma
Next
quadcopter.
would
Jesus.
I sold a shit ton of those.
Mm-hmm.
Next would be the Jobo tablet.
Uh-huh.
This was a big thing back in the start of the tablets.
Yep.
So the founder of TechCrunch decided he wanted to take on Apple with an open source operating system tablet to keep the price low.
How'd that work
and
out?
So he first announced it as like a $200 tablet, got a really big hype. I think it was popular on like Indiegogo or something.
And
then-
TechCrunch.
yeah, and then it got actually released for pre-sale in 2009 for $499, so $300 more than they actually announced it. And it got super shitty reviews at 1.5 stars, and then they discontinued it in 2010.
And then the iPad came out, and everyone's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah. Next would be the Lytro camera, which was a $1,600 square camera that allowed you to change the field of view after you did it, allowing you to get like VR type
yeah.
video camera. Yeah, the company shut down in 2018. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The next would be the Microsoft Kinect. It debuted in 2010, and then
It was terrible.
yeah, by 2014, Kinect was sold and was sold separately on the way to being a market failure, and it was stopped being made in 2017.
I still have Vietnam style flashbacks of the amount of Kinects that were in the back of GameStop.
Yeah, it was cool having like
You
a
had to
a Kinect display in Best Buy though.
You basically had to climb over
the
Kinects
days.
to get to the bathroom. I'm not even joking.
You'll like
Fucking
this.
wild.
You'll like this next one, James.
Yeah,
I
next one we
remember
got is
the-
Movie
Vita?
Pass.
No.
The Vita? Oh.
Good old Movie Pass started in
Yeah.
2011. and
It's still
so you can
around.
watch as many
It's
movies as you
still
want
bad.
for $10 a month. Then MoviePass was killed by AMC in September 2019, giving everybody a 1-day notice.
Because they fucked up their
Oh,
company motto.
Yep. Oh, next one would be pretty cool. The Nintendo Wii U.
I got that on
The
my
Wii.
birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Running from 2012 to 2017.
Nah, from
Yeah.
2012 to 2012. Not even
Yeah.
Smash Bros could save that fucking system.
I will say I used that. Me and my buddies used that a lot at their house, like a year and a half ago to play Smash
well,
Bros.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it pretty much.
There were some bangers on that system though,
Super Mario
But-
Maker.
and now they're all on the
Pokken
Switch.
tournament?
And now they're all on the Switch.
Fuck is this?
Poken's on the Switch. Yeah, isn't it? I forgot
Mhm.
about.
Devil's
Oh,
Third.
yeah.
Oh wait, no. Did you guys ever hear about that? Devil's Third?
That.
Mm.
So
I
it was a
think so.
game made by the guy who made like the Ninja Gaiden series on Xbox.
Okay.
It was supposed to be like a gritty like third person shooter, and it sold like dog shit in Japan, but Nintendo published it in both Japan and the US. They were legally obligated to publish it in the US and release it in the US. So they released like 3,000 copies of the
Oh.
game. And it's terrible. So scalpers were picking them up like left and right because, hey, not many are being released.
Yeah, I was like, that's not too many.
Yeah, and now they're like going for like $5 because nobody wants it because it's trash. The only good part of it was the multiplayer, which was actually kind of fun. They made that a free to play mobile game or free to play online like PC game like a few
Nice.
years later. And then that got shut down.
Jeez.
I don't recall this next one. I never heard of this one.
You've never heard of the great old Ouya?
Oh, yes! I
Ooh,
almost
that
bought
sounds
an Ouya.
familiar.
I almost bought an Ouya
Because
for
it raised
$45.
$8.6 million as a Kickstarter in
Jesus.
2013
But
as
hey,
being
wait.
an Android-based console.
But every game has a demo on it.
Ed
And
Yeah.
you know, we painstakingly made these controllers so they feel good in your hands. And, you know, power to the players. And it's basically the Stadia 1.0.
I liked it what it says. It went on sale in 2013 and it was supposed to support media apps like Twitch, but it never sold because it wasn't great at its one job, playing games.
Pretty much.
So Google didn't learn the first time?
Well, that
Google-
wasn't by Google.
This
Oh.
wasn't by Google. Razer bought this company.
That was back when everyone and their mother was making Android TV boxes. Back when they
No.
were popular, so like Nvidia. This is
Right.
like right as the Shield was coming out. This
Okay.
is back when like the Shield tablet was around. If you remember that. When
Yeah, that's what it was
Razer
competing
made
with.
theirs, Mad Catz made one, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it didn't do too hot. I mean,
But
honestly,
I
none
could-
of those did that too hot.
I could have bought an Ouya. I almost pulled the trigger on it. I almost bought an Ouya with 3 extra controllers, so 4 controllers total, for $45, all in the original packaging.
That's awesome.
Damn.
I
But
should
still
have bought
buy
it.
one.
It's gonna be worth a lot now.
No,
No, you don't think so?
no,
think?
no one wants it.
That's
It's
true.
probably
is
about
like
as much.
50
Dude,
bucks.
it's as
maybe.
worth as much as those HP tablets
Yeah, this is
that they're
like
giving away.
5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Some of these are hilarious when you go back and think about it. Okay, keep going.
Next, we got Path. It looks like it was a social network that was like Facebook, where you can get you and your closest friends, or you and your 50 closest friends, and chat and become more of a public journal space.
Huh.
That's
It was
kinda
fined
neat.
by the FTC for having a bunch of underage users and storing their data.
Well,
And then it
there-
was eventually sold to the South Korean company in 2018. Who killed it?
Nice.
Okay.
Next would be the PS Vita.
Oh, this hurts. This hurts so
Aw.
bad. But is it really
Yeah.
a failure though when it's selling more than the Xbox One in Japan?
Eh,
I mean, I still use it because of the homebrew scene.
Oh
but
yeah, no, I miss my Vita.
That's pretty much it. Next we got is Quickster. Looks like it was a Netflix competitor that started in September 2011.
I remember.
Quickster actually never happened, so you can log in today and rent DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't know. It looks like it was a project that never
I'm
actually
very
happened.
confused on it being that it never happened if you can use it.
Whatever. Moving on. Next, we got the Samsung Galaxy Note 7.
Oh, yeah.
It was
The
The
explodable phone.
explosive.
Quickster was Netflix decided it would break itself into two companies. Quickster renting DVDs and mailing them to you, and Netflix streaming.
So
DVDs.com.
Gameflies for movies.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's what it
much.
was.
DVDs.com.
Yeah.
What it ended up becoming.
And we had the Note 7 blowing up.
Oh yeah,
After
literally.
that,
Straight fire.
yeah, and fucking recalled it. Was it twice or was it just
Twice.
once?
twice.
Yeah.
Schroeder had this phone.
Yes.
They bricked that phone.
Then they bricked it. Yeah, I had to get the frickin' 7.
Yeah, 'cause
S7.
he wasn't gonna get rid of his, and then they're like, nope, because there were still millions of people who had it.
Yep, and then suddenly things stopped working.
Why wouldn't they
More
have
and more
just
things start working.
revamped the phone?
Because it was the batteries that were blowing up. It was a mechanical issue.
But they got the
Yeah, I don't know.
8s
It's
to
just
work
best to
just
take it
fine.
off.
It was they didn't want to risk it, so that like they were banned from going on airplanes at one
Yeah,
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got caught
Which
with
is
it,
crazy.
you got arrested.
Which
They-
is super crazy because the iPhones actually had a higher percentage chance of blowing up than those did.
Yeah.
Apple just did a much better job of keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, if you got caught on a plane with that, you got arrested and fined like $100,000.
I'm pretty sure they had to end up grounding an entire flight because one started to start to go off.
They had to ground a couple. That's when they completely banned anyone from having that, and they went a couple months where they literally checked. They made you take out your phone, and they went seat by seat and checked what phone you had.
A little Orwellian
awesome.
feeling.
Yeah. So
Next one is another Samsung product, the Samsung NX1. It was a mirrorless 4K camera released in 2010.
I remember this.
It was a good camera. The worst part about it is that it was super expensive, and then they released another camera like 4 years ago or 4 years after that would supersede it. So
Do you guys remember the Samsung phone that ran Android?
yeah, that was also a camera.
Yeah.
yep, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Camera that ran
I actually
Android?
do think I remember what you're talking about.
I think it was huge. I wanted that.
It was nice.
Next one is an app called Secret, which allowed people to anonymously share their secrets, but pretty much it allowed the entire country of Brazil to act like jerks, so they banned the app. And then it shut down in 2015. Then we have Steam Machines, which
Yep.
pretty self-explanatory. It was just a computer that was supposed to do Steam or stream it, or
Steam Big Picture,
something
man.
between the two. Yeah.
Steam Big Picture. It's still around, dude.
So people just made small computers, and it didn't do that well. Next
Not-
would be have at it.
I was gonna say, not to backtrack like one thing, but didn't obviously long before I worked there, this was probably like 6-7 years ago, but didn't they have the Samsung camera phone thing guy
We
inside
talked
of
about
Best
that.
Buy as a display at one point?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I remember playing with that.
Yeah, you could buy
I'm
it.
looking at it now.
Yeah, you could
Forgot
buy it.
about that.
I think they
Big ass
had
camera
it
on the
when-
front.
I think they had it when I started for
Yeah.
like a month.
Okay.
Yeah, it was there for me for a while.
'Cause I
Yeah, that
remember
was- I
talking
was
to
there
Drew
forever.
about it.
Yeah, because I really wanted that phone because I thought it was amazing.
Next is Samsung's Tizen, which is a Linux-based operating
Oh.
system that would use HTML5 apps to make really shitty phones work like good phones. Um,
And a watch.
yeah, it didn't work that well.
And TVs. Their TVs ran Tizen too.
This next one hurts.
Yeah, next one we got is good old Vine,
Mhm.
2012, 2016.
Rest in
Levine.
peace,
Uh,
Vine, you beautiful bastard.
due to financial and legal hurdles.
And
a good way of
Twitter
putting it.
bottom
Vine,
and killed it.
yeah, Vine actually made a lot of people famous, which is crazy.
Mhm.
One of the biggest ones, Shawn Mendes. Like, he's a music star now, millionaire music star.
The guy who sings the song Stitches.
He's dating. I don't know. He's worth.
Without your kiss.
He's basic.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he went from being nothing to posting 6-second videos of him singing. Now he's worth $35 million.
Drew
Oh,
Gooden.
jeez.
Drew Gooden. He was the guy that was the road work ahead. Sure hope it does.
Yeah.
That guy.
The
Or
Pauls.
the Merry. Well, this is actually very relevant. Merry Chrysler. Merry
Yeah.
Christmas. Happy Christmas.
King
who else?
King Batch, Marlon Webb.
Yeah.
No, Marlon. I can't. Fucking. She got Watermelon. She got Pantene to keep her clean, but I got me clean. Fucking. The Watermelon guy. He was funny.
If you don't know who she is, Brittany Fullen. She's married to the fucking drummer of Motley Crue. She was
Oh,
on
jeez.
Vine. Yeah, she's fucking
Flowers
married.
with Pantene.
What
Thanks
the
for
hell's his
following,
name?
right? Or thanks for the host name, right?
I don't remember his name. Fucking God, the fuck's his name? Tommy Lee Jones. Not Tommy
Huh?
Lee Jones. Tommy Lee. The drummer of Motley Crue. So she went from doing videos to being married to a rock star. So that's another one. Ugh.
What else we got?
And then there's only
Uh,
one more, I think.
Yeah, next one we got is Windows 8 or Windows RT and
Yeah.
Windows Phone.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
Good
it's pretty
old Windows 8.
self-explanatory. Windows 8, and honorable mention is Apple's Project Titan.
Yep.
Which is their electric vehicle.
It's still in the works,
Or
supposedly.
autonomous electric vehicle. Yeah,
It is crazy still in the works, which is hilarious.
but they laid
If
off
it
a
comes
bunch of
out, it's
people.
gonna fucking kill Tesla.
No, it's not.
They laid off a
Apple,
bunch of people in January for working on it, so see if it's still happening. I don't know.
But we'll see. We shall
it's-
see.
It's all that we got for the flops of the last 10 years, you know?
Oh
That
yeah.
was really good. That was I can't really think of anything. I think what we do the week of New Year's is we do like a reflection type thing where we kind of think of stuff like, you remember this and whatever, like, because obviously it's been a decade now, so
It has.
that'll be a different podcast for a different day, so make sure you stay tuned, guys. We'll do
Talk about the Nook.
yeah, the Nook.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nook.
Well, the Nook's
Didn't
still
mention
around,
it.
isn't it?
It was there.
Not
It's-
really. I don't
It's
think.
specifically only sold at Barnes and Noble. You can't buy it
Well,
anywhere
it
else.
was- That was realistically how it was to begin with, but I know
Yeah.
Best Buy had
Nook
like,
display.
an agreement.
Yeah. No, they partnered out to try to compete with Amazon, and they just completely fell on their face. So they took it back and they're only selling it at Barnes and Noble now. You can't buy it anywhere else. HP tablet, all that.
The Kindle Oasis and stuff like that destroys the Nook, though. To be honest,
yeah.
Kindle everything destroys the Nook.
and that's saying something because it's Kindle. It's not
Yeah.
great. Their Fire
Panasonic
tablets aren't
TVs,
too terrible considering all things considered.
plasma TVs, Panasonic. Good old
Oof,
days.
Plasma.
But we'll talk about nostalgia things for the last 10 years in the later episode towards the end of the year. So, but I think that's it. That's it, boys.
Seems like a podcast.
It does seem like a podcast.
does.
It seems like the cast of the pod. So, to end it like we always end it, where can we find you guys? What are you going to be doing?
Well, James, what about releases?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. Nate, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention because it looks like when you had your hand like this, it looked like you were just a floating head in a hand. Yeah. Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
I can see it. It's just Hang on.
All right, let me move my can of Red Bull. Let me move my can of nectar. All
There you
right,
go.
releases.com. Let me wait like 15 years for this fucking site to load because it's trash. I see One Finger Death Punch 2 comes on the Switch today.
What?
You know, One Finger Death Punch 2, the hit sequel to the sequel to the hit game One Finger Death Punch 1.
Never heard of it. Are they related to Five Finger Death Punch?
No.
Nope. This is good. Arise, a simple story, comes out on the PC and PS4 on the 3rd. Trover Saves the Universe comes out on the Xbox One and Switch on the 3rd. Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition comes out for the Switch and PS4 on the 3rd. Life is Strange 2 Episode 5 comes out on pretty much everything on the 3rd. Whatever the fuck Hero Land is comes out on the PS. Everything comes out on the 3rd. Hero Land comes out for the PS4 and the Switch on the 3rd. Earth Knight comes out on PS4 and PC on the 3rd. Skellboy comes out on Switch and PC on the 3rd. Tools Up comes out for the PC and PS4 on the 3rd. Blair Witch comes out for the PS4 on the 3rd.
That looks like
Phoenix
that's gonna be
Point
good.
comes out on the PC and Mac on the 3rd. Halo Master Chief Collection, get fucking ready.
Oh, I have it all pre-downloaded.
On guess
the
what
3rd.
day? The 3rd.
Fight and Rage comes out on the PS4 on the 3rd. Saga, another fucking Saga game? Holy shit. Saga Scarlet Grace Ambitions comes out for the PS4,
Guess
Switch,
what day?
and Steam on the 3rd. We got, when does this weekend?
You still got 4 more days.
Oh my god.
The 7th.
Everreach Project Eden comes out on the PC and Xbone on the 4th. Big Pharma comes out on the PC on the 4th.
Out
Seek
of early
Hearts.
access.
Yeah, out of early access. Seek Hearts comes out for the PC and Xbone on the 4th. That looks anime. Mosaic comes out on the PC and Linux on the 5th. TikTok, A Tale for Two comes out on the Switch on the 5th. Alien Isolation comes out for the Switch on the 5th. Darksiders Genesis comes out on the PC on the 5th. Raging Loop comes out on the PC on the 5th. Immortal
There's a
Planet
lot.
comes out for the PS4 and Switch on the 6th. Ancestors, The Humankind Odyssey. Wow, I didn't know that was coming out this soon. Comes out for the PS4 and Xbox One and probably PC on the 6th. Assassin's Creed, the Rebel Collection, comes out on the Switch on the 6th. And that's it.
Movie news really quick, or TV shows if anybody watches it. Fuller House Season 5, which I had no idea they were up to that many seasons, comes out on
Yeah, I didn't know
Netflix
that
on the
either.
6th.
They're all really good.
I watched Season 1. I didn't watch any more, though. That was pretty much about it.
Nice.
Nice.
Tight.
But where can there's also a show called Man vs. Bear, where essentially a dude goes into the wilderness and looks for bears and tries to fight them. It's the premise of the show.
Yes! That sounds like my kind of TV show.
It's on the
Oh, shit.
Discovery Channel.
I want to watch it.
That comes out on the 4th for anyone who wants to watch Man vs. Bear. So where can we
Stream it
find
now
you?
on PlayStation View for another month.
I know, right?
Sir James, where can we find you?
All right, so if you want to watch me play Pokemans, I probably will play some after this. Maybe play some more Pokemon, and then also watch me play Fire Emblem. You can watch me right here on twitch.tv/PeopleIHateStudios. If you like more long-form, more pre-recorded content, and you want to yell at me for being bad at Final Fantasy VII, thank you for everyone that has commented. That is really boosting the views. The algorithms. You can find Final Fantasy VII on. I haven't updated my calendar. On Fridays, you can see me play Final Fantasy VII, and on Wednesdays you see me play Yakuza 0. Also think about adding a third game onto that sometime in the near future. You can check that out at youtube.com/PeopleIHateStudios. And if you want to see what I'm streaming, if you want to see the spiciest memes that I retweet, check out my Twitter at PeopleIHate10.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
What about you, Shreds?
Yeah, Splash Screen Gaming on YouTube and Twitch, and then Splash Screen Team Splash Screen on Instagram and Facebook, and then Splash Screen G on Twitter.
Nice.
Yes, the
Anything
places
special
that I
going on this
sometimes
week?
be. Probably just finish up Cuphead.
Nice.
And then we have the Battle Royale on Thursday, and then this again on Sunday.
Heck
As
yeah,
far
man.
as I have on the books, anyways.
Good shit. What about you, Mark?
You can follow me on Twitch and YouTube at MarkDude701. Instagram is mark.exe. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. We'll get there.
Yeah, we will. Nathaniel?
All right, so everywhere at YF Kitsune, literally all platforms. That's all I need to go about. Things coming up this week. I'd like to finish Cells at Work so we can do another episode of Anime Corner because it's a lot of
I haven't
fun.
watched that shit at all.
Dude, I'm literally I finished episode 1. That's all I've done.
Okay, good. I don't feel as bad.
No, you don't feel bad at all.
Oh
I know.
shit! I forgot.
I'd like to finish that up.
We've been busy.
Yeah, dude, it's been a fucking shit show. I definitely like if at all possible, if we can start syncing up schedules at all, I'd like to get an organized night for custom games, kind of like how Schroeder has his Battle Royale Thursdays. I'd like to get some form of organized custom game for COD. And I know as soon as you end up being able to get it, you'll probably be in there too, Schroeder. I hope to see you there soon because I kind of want to make it like a nightly streamable thing so everyone can have fun. People can watch us in our crazy little antics that we create. It's a really good time. Other than that, I may be streaming Wednesday night. Yeah, I'll be streaming Wednesday night because I don't have to work till noon the next day. So I'll be streaming Wednesday night. Probably gonna play and I'm ready for the jokes. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I'm probably gonna play everything. Maybe unless I have like someone that has time to play with me. We'll play a different game because everything is a very interesting game, and I really want to hear Alan speak more because that man's a fucking genius, regardless of other people's opinion. I don't know if anyone dislikes Alan Watts, but I like him a lot, and he's extremely like.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of games.
Alan who?
Alan Watts.
Watts? What?
WATTS.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
I walked into that one.
Watts?
That's my fault. Completely my fault there. Yeah, he's also in a he's actually a couple interludes for this one band I listened to, Nothing More. It's really cool. I didn't realize who it was until I like looked who it
Yeah, he's
was
also
after.
in a couple movies.
Okay. Like, he's just
Um,
got a lot of interesting shit to say in general. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'd also like to get some more conspiracy shit done. I might stream and talk about that. Schroeder, I know you're into that shit, so feel free if you ever have time, pop in. Or if you want to do that on Tuesday again, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for myself. I will be doing as much internet stuff as possible. And mind you, I'm gonna preface once again, if possible. But yeah, that's from me.
Cool.
For myself, you can find me at Captain Gooch 15. Captain Geach, sorry. My bad.
You cut out, so it sounded like Captain Gooch, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I said Captain Gooch.
Oh, okay. At least it was intentional.
It was. You can find me at Captain Geach 15 on everything. And Sea of Thieves.
Wait, you're on everything too?
I am on everything. Literally
Wow.
everything.
Wow, I didn't know you were in that game. Everything.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, you get to be Captain Geach after you get to be a player.
Oh, don't do that.
It's like the final achievement.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate goal.
It's like when you reach the center of the universe in sport.
Exactly.
After you hit the 4D realm, because that happens in everything. It's fucking.
Setting sails, playing Call of Duty Infected.
Yar.
The same things, just different days. One day I'll get Star Wars, but who knows? Anywho, that's a podcast, gentlemen.
One more thing from myself over here.
Fuck
I
you.
can imagine Mark and James will be into this. And I recommend the other two, Jeremy and Schroeder, since it's gonna be free and you both have Game Pass. Get the Master Chief Collection because I can guarantee I'll be playing a fuck ton of that.
Ditto.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too.
Oh, you mean you'll be getting slayed at a fuck ton of that?
What's up, bro? Want to see me 1v1?
Yo, 1v1 me on
Yo, we'll be alright. You know. you're done.
ODST, baby. That's the only game I'm playing.
Dude, I'm playing the shit out of Reach again. I missed that. I will be streaming. That's for sure. Actually, I might do that fucking Wednesday because that's the 3rd. Oh, that's the 4th.
Shit, dude,
Something
I'll
like
join you.
Tuesday.
Bet. Hell yeah. There's co-op, so we can do it to
Co-op,
4
boy.
co-op. But yeah, that's all I wanted to add. Oh, thanks for the follow at the end of the stream, but I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Anywho, Make sure you like us, email us, levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com. You listen, you like, you let us know what's going on the Twitter at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's at LVL Unlocked Pod.
That's sensualness. Well, everybody from Level Unlock Podcast, hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, a great Black Friday weekend, and this upcoming holidays. Live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week. Later!
Thanks for your time, guys.
Have a good one.
Adios, guys. Appreciate y'all sticking around, hanging out.
I'll crumble you,
Peace.
sweetie pie.